What's up, Hippo lovers? Quarterfinals here. TaToH against Sito. TaToH, probably the favorite going into this one. And an interesting civilization choice. We will have TaToH playing the Koreans on Haboob. That was a map category offered by TaToH and banned Atacama. So Sito could have gone for... What are the super open maps? Haboob and maybe Land Madness? I don't even know. Maybe. And... Was it? No, it's not the Arabia category. Well. I can certainly say that TaToH as the favorite going into this one. Might feel some pressure. Had some really good performances in the past. And Sito probably... Out of the 8 players that made it into playoffs, the one tiny bit below the rest had a crazy run, Sito. 2 losses to start this one off, 2 0-3s, and then 3 wins in a row to make it into the quarterfinals. But now I want to ask, what is your prediction, everyone? What do you guys think? What's the end score for this one? TaToH versus Sito. My bet will be a 4-1 for TaToH. Okay, 4-3 Sito even. I'd say less than 5% that Sito wins more than 1 game. Oh, I would bet against that. Yeah, clearly. 4-1 TaToH, 4-2 TaToH, 3-4 Sito, 4-2 TaToH, 4-1 TaToH. And TaToH with 1 on gold, so could be a Drush opening here. Also no Loom from what I'm seeing. 25 HP on that villager. 10 on wood in the back. Kind of interesting. Even a low HP villager in there that builds the house. Wanting this one in could be necessary. Sito went for the wood line here in the center. Now sends 3 onto gold with Mayans. Could be an eagle plus archer opening. Has lots and lots of food for himself. Kind of interesting build order here. Like food-wise, he could do some shenanigans. TaToH. That's going obviously to be an archery range opening. Some skirms, some archers. And then we'll see. Wow, even gets a villager and only then looms. Well, we obviously know that Sito had to go for loom. And quite a nice resource advantage for Sito already. TaToH himself did push all the deer. And now the Warlord here makes it so much easier. Don't Koreans struggle a little against eagles? Let's quickly check their tech tree. Certainly knights are not an option. And therefore we have to think about Korean men-at-arms. And looking at them, Koreans have supplies and have champions. I think just lacking the last attack upgrade, no? Keller, are you sure that they are fully upgraded?
Give me your extra
last
resources.
attack upgrade is missing. Yeah.
To get the apartment rockin'.
Bartolio, thank you. Too kind of you. Too kind of you. Okay. Double Spearman and Archer. Kind of interesting that he went double Spearman against Mezzo. Now some harassment at the front here. Pushed away from the berries potentially. But as we mentioned earlier, Sito will have enough food. Nothing happening there. And even double archery range before the blacksmith. Simply because you're already starting with an armor upgrade. And TaToH, is he running away from this? Waits for the second archer before he wants to engage there apparently. Sito just casually mining away. That could be that villager. Bugs out a bit to the front. Now could commit there. TaToH even committing the scout to it. 1 more hit needed here and gets the kill. Has to be happy with that. Reasonable damage on the scout, but the rest of the army all survived. TaToH with a nice opening. Rest now completely even. But obviously every single archer, every single skirm that you're building will be cheaper when it comes to wood investment. So if it's full skirm v skirm, that's something TaToH would not mind. But obviously that's something that Sito won't allow. Can just mix in some eagles himself. Scout a bit annoying. Actually gets a kill against a skirm here. Has to be happy with that. And eagles want to chase it down, but can't really. Harassment here at the front. Stopped by Sito. Skirms actually do well versus eagles in Feudal Age. Yeah, but you're simply not scaling too well, right? You only do 1 damage with the skirmisher. And you can, obviously if you have like 15 skirmishers, that's totally fine. But then Sito just towers up the back, and then good luck trying to fight with 30 skirmishers against 15 eagles in Castle Age. TaToH keeps his scout alive with 2 HP. 6-second idle time for TaToH. GG. Okay, great. Now the blacksmith. Nice amount of farms early on. 7 here already against only 4. Nikov, by the way, I was searching for people that are willing to test NAC maps. If you're down for that, please message me. I asked in the Discord. Some people messaged me. I think someone like you could give some valuable feedback on what maps we want to take and how we could improve them. We'll already have some show matches lined up for next week. Just confirmed one. Magoo against Jordan will happen next week to test the new maps. 1-1 upgrades now. Obviously skirm, not the most important thing. Doesn't matter in skirm fights. Would matter if the eagles are closing down. I still have PTSD from Hippopotamus. Yeah, for example, Hippopotamus, we decided to keep the map for now, but move the TC like 7 tiles further to the side and 5 tiles up. So we think villager rushing and heavy aggression is less rewarded, and people can move out to the side way easier. That is how we approached it, or want to approach it. That's the plan right now. Market time. Wow, he's rushing it with 4 villagers. That's a bit of a surprise. Doesn't have the resources too close to clicking up. KD, better for Sito. Obviously an absolute master there in skirm micro. Certainly can go toe-to-toe with TaToH there. 10 skirmishers, 9 skirmishers against 13 though. So damage output better for TaToH right now. Market heavily used, and Sito tries to drop off food but does not have enough. Will lose some HP on the eagles. TaToH's microing back. Archers obviously will do reasonable damage. No armor upgrade. And TaToH micros back. Every eagle that he kills will help him out later as well. TaToH, wow, he's still deep in Feudal Age. Look at that. Add some more archers. Now another barracks being added. Oh, that's a bit surprising how TaToH... Look at that, 8 villagers in the queue. So resources aren't looking too bad. Now the market for him as well. Skirm be skirm dance here. Sito finds a kill. Can't be too unhappy with that. TaToH splits away. Now the question, do you even want to deal with the skirmishers? Or do you only want to do the damage against the eagles, which are reasonably low HP? Another eagle goes down. TaToH with quite some nice army lead. 20 against 11. And could now thinking about going for some gold harassment. Obviously 1 minute 20 away from the eagles. Getting 3 more attack upgrade. Or 3 more attack on them. But the HP won't increase. So low HP stays low HP there. And eagle count right now at 6. TaToH now using the market as well. Sold some wood, bought some food. And he knows that Sito has to be up. Sees the market prices there. Skirm count now really low. And TaToH can start focusing down those eagles here from what it looks like. Only 3 eagles alive. And Sito, not enough stone to build a defensive tower. I think TaToH can even continue pushing this a bit further. And Sito is pushed away from this area. That could be a dead villager quite easily. TaToH now clicked up. That's why we didn't find the kill there. Was distracted there for some milliseconds. And more armies coming over. Skirm count now completely reset. So it is only eagles now with the extra attack upgrade. And let's see what TaToH can find there. Eagles are diving for the archers exclusively. Microing those down. Eagle count at 3 only, though. Oh, this is tough. This is really, really close. Certainly, TaToH can't be too unhappy that all the eagles are on the other side. Tries to micro even more here. He is on stone now, Mr. TaToH. That's a bit of a surprise to me. Maybe wants to go for some defensive towers. And Chat is already calling GG. I wouldn't even know for whom. This army likely to be cleared up here eventually. TaToH, can he run away and hope that the eagle won't chase him down? No, he actually goes for more aggression. Wants to keep the eagles at home. And, ooh, siege workshop in the center. TaToH, is he trying to go for a castle? Not sure how good war wagons are against eagles. Certainly mobility should be a problem. 510 stone. So TaToH can instantly build a castle once he reaches it. Builds the defensive tower first. So it's a bit scared of the mangonel popping. Woodline's still open. Wow, didn't wall it. What can TaToH do against eagles? His answer might be war wagons. Drops off the stone. Is it enough? Yep. Will be enough. Has the defensive tower. Now builds the castle at the gold. And it will be the war wagon play. Quite interesting, right? Not what we would have expected. Can't afford Botkin right now. Important walls. Gets them down quite nicely there before the eagles can harass. Lovely stuff. And the castle will go up. Eagles. I don't even think that they should engage into this one. Even if they get one villager, I think all the eagles might die. And trades off better than I thought. Nice micro there, gets away, and trades off 2 eagles against a villager, and some more harassment. War wagon shred eagles? Is that the case? Okay. Then we will learn about that one today together. At least I didn't know. That's a lot of villagers on wood here. So war wagon obviously have quite some reasonable damage output. Eagle will have 5 armor, and war wagon will have 11 damage output. So yeah, 6 damage is quite nice. The question is how many shots will we be hitting? Now the first monk out. Monk, really nice against war wagons though. And TaToH far away from Botkin. Goes for the stone in the back. Why did he go for the stone at the front to begin with? This one felt so natural. The defensive tower would have helped him out quite a bit as well.
Shot it.
They do 6 damage. Yeah, but I think it is tough to really control the fights, right? Ooh, that is a hit squad. And that scout tries to find a good spot where the archers will be used. Still no Botkin. TaToH right now does 5 damage per shot. Oh no, it actually is 6. Because we have 1 attack upgrade missing, but also an armor upgrade missing. Castle can help out here. Finds an easy kill. No worries at all. Eagles going through. And obviously mangonels. Don't think they will be too crazy. That could be Deadville. Nope. TaToH too active. Builds a farm in the back. Ballistics obviously would help out a lot. And with Botkin, I think 9 archers are still not one-shotting a Vil, right? F6... 2, 4, 9. Yeah, barely. Not. 10 are needed. Or the crossbow upgrade. Then your 8 are fine. Could go for the gold in the back. Oh, that's really exposed. That would be like 2, 3 dead villagers. Sito has not seen those eagles in quite some time. And you might think, stable? Is he going knights? No, he is not. He's just mixing in husbandry to increase the speed for his war wagons.
Nice. That you cover all the games. Thanks, Mealy.
Thank you, TJ. And yeah, we'll be covering the next set as well. Together with T90, we'll be around for the semifinals and finals tomorrow and the day after. And this is actually really fortunate for Sito that he pulled so many villages away to build the extra town center there. And that means the archers will be less efficient. Harassment over here won't really go and get the damage done. What does TaToH see? Now sees a shockingly low amount of villagers. Oh, it actually attacks a bit too early for my taste. Can he find all the kills? Gets 1, gets 2. And that's underwhelming for this attack. Yeah, he gets away and it is nice damage. Oh, actually 3 builds down. Like, this TC was so good for him. Just imagine, like, he wasn't building the TC, was building it more over here. Then we could have seen mass amount of kills. Ooh, commits against those villagers. Another one down. Could find 2 more kills here potentially. Misses those shots. 1 down, 2 down, 3, 4. Can he find a 5th one? Crazy value. 5 and 6, I believe. So 9 villager raid with those. 9 villagers dead. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Now the 10 villager lead here. Eco KD 10-3. That was big. TC will be built in the back. War wagons are defending this one, and this will be a crazy hit squad. Whew, Jedi. Thank you, thank you. TaToH even preparing for a second castle. Those archers did a great job. Yeah. Just imagine though, if we have like 2 houses here, they will do way less. Because the eagles are around then. Okay, how much damage are we finding? Still no ballistics, but damage output looks reasonable. Blackrock, squeeze a 5 in there. What will the Koreans do for Monk Eagle though? Towers. Right? And then just go in. Like, Monk Eagle can't push War Wagon Tower. Oh, that will likely be a conversion here, I would assume. Wow! Really unlucky for Sito. Ooh. Instant conversions are more rare with new patch. Yeah, but that was not even a medium conversion. That's like really, really long. Those are low HP eagles now. Yeah, war wagons, some of the front are low HP as well. TaToH is doing a reasonable job and is now back at the woodline. This could be really bad for Sito. Lightcav are now being added as well against the monks. So TaToH is indeed using the stable. Is he diving for the monks? No, he's not. Has microwave there. Those will trade off quite evenly. Whew. That's an interesting hit squad. And as I said, like, a tower should still be doing okay-ish against this. Even against 3 mangonels. Although you could sit on that hill. I think if he brought a villager, he could have broken that tower. But just wants to kill the houses. TaToH, no problem with houses though. As you can see, he's a solid 80 out of 135 even. And continues to find a lot of kills here. Overall KD, quite better. Resources destroyed, tiny bit better for Sito, but basically even. Some switches on conversions. Should TaToH build another castle of 5 towers? I think another castle. He's now killing all the monks here. That was a crazy clear up. And I don't think we even need to send in the war wagons. Just kill the Lightcav and run away. Don't take the fight against the mangonels. Why? Okay, it just goes in there. Eats some unnecessary shots, I believe. But yeah, barely different. So no problem at all. What's pro level elo? 2000 plus? Well, those players are, I think, both around 2700 in their peaks. Ooh. 2000, I think we have like, I don't know the exact number, but maybe like 600 people that are above 2000. And that is far from what we would consider pro level. Yeah, look at that. Ratings right now, 2.6 and 2.7. I'm pretty sure both broke 2.7 at one point. Yeah, 2000 rating is something that obviously only a fraction of people achieve, but a 2000 player would have very, very, very unlikely chances to ever win a game against those two, for example. Like way below 1%. Oh, Lightcap actually passes the monk. And the castle in quite some problems. TaToH would need some monks to heal those wagons. Yeah. Could actually help out quite a bit. High HP unit. Obviously makes a lot of sense to go for healing. And TaToH cancels the castle, builds another one at the front now. Patrol actually into the siege workshop. Not the best thing ever. But now with ballistics, that will be quite sweet for him. Mangonel, is it popping out directly? No, it waits a bit more. 7 on food only, yeah. That's actually not the greatest transition indeed. Farm count is not high. Goes for the Mangonel. No, goes for the Monk first. And disengages. Not a great fight for TaToH. Sito maybe overextending a bit in case the castle finishes, but it is not up yet. And I think now it's time to leave, and that's indeed what he's doing. Castle will spawn and will get 2 kills instantly. Make it 4 kills instantly. So already quite some value for it. Can't be too unhappy with that. I would say 2000 could win every 20th game maybe? No. A 2000 does not win every 20th game against TaToH or Sito. It's way less. Way less. Yeah. Isn't 400 Elo like 90% chance difference? Yeah, so like a 2300. Well, that's... Nah, I think I have more than 4% winning chance against one of the two. No. Maybe it might be a bit broken at the top. Oh, that's a lot of losses for TaToH though. Oi. Does TaToH need to switch into something else? But well, I'm not 400 Elo difference from those, right? I'm more like 300 difference? Maybe even only 250. So yeah, and then we probably get to 15-20% per game. TaToH needs to switch into eco upgrades. Advice from Nico Flynen. You heard it here first. Only one single wood upgrade. A bit underwhelming. I agree. There was a lot of eagles going down, though. What is the next step for TaToH? What is a personal statistic for games versus TaToH? I wouldn't know. Obviously, you can look up tournament games. I think I've never won a tournament game against him. That wasn't deathmatch. I think if we include like ladder and serious practice games, let's say 30-5 in his favor. That's something that sounds reasonable to me right now. Oh, that's an ambitious castle, TaToH. Oh, do we really want to build that one? I think that the army's out of position or what? Builds another house. Saw the eagles with the outpost. Oh, that's an ambitious castle. Oi. This could be a game-ending castle. On the way to Imperial Age is Sito here. Elite Eagle Warriors obviously would be really painful for TaToH. All of a sudden, he reduces 6 damage into 3 damage. If we get all the upgrades. Nice wall. Sito wants to build the castle against it. And feels like a spot where both castles are likely to go up. Some eagles will be lost. A raid here. How many villagers will we find? Depends on when TaToH starts to watch. Oh, pulls the villagers. I think he could have finished the town center. But castle is close by, so not the biggest problem. And yeah, as I said, spot where both castles are finishing. Not the biggest of surprises. And castle will be happy to find more kills against those eagles now.
Thanks for everything, Neely Energy.
Done more. Thank you. TaToH might be surprised by the imp timing. Has the better score right now. Is putting on quite some pressure on the eco of Sito. 3 relics for Sito. Could even, like, if you really wanted to micronaut it out, contest the 4th one. TaToH should be right for some time. Yeah. Sito can afford the last armor upgrade, but obviously can't afford HP upgrade or Elite Eagle Warriors for quite some time. Now he is the one with only 8 on food. And TaToH, he loves to take a fight here before those Eagles are upgraded. This is good for TaToH right now. Not overall in the game, but at least this fight. And TaToH stays on stone. Where is he building his next castle? Maybe something like here could be an option. And yeah, TaToH I think goes for Rams now against this. Wow, Elite Eagle Warrior could be afforded? How? That is sick. That's actually sick. 800 food, 500 gold, and he has the numbers for it. Has the resources. Really doesn't want to lose those before the upgrade though. And what is that changing? Plus 5 HP, plus 1 armor, right? And gets 2 more attack. Not the most important thing against the war wagons, but obviously we'll take it. And now with the Eagles winning, it actually means that this ram attack won't be that great anymore. TaToH keeps his numbers alive, and Sito calls it. No gold control. Sito has to call it. Why? Oh, that is a bit of a surprise to me. I thought he would try to fight this one out a bit more, but so much food lost here at the front. And like so many farmers idle. Villagers really exposed against potential war wagons. And yeah, only 3 eagles on the field. Food eco simply not there, right? He was on gold, but lost so many eagles. Sick. That was really clutch by TaToH. And we felt like, okay, now TaToH's aggression is fine. Or so good, he will be fine for quite some time. But actually he's finishing out the games. War wagon against the eagles. Today we are learning how good this is. Whew. Winning Koreans versus Mayans on such a map is a moral boost for TaToH. Mayans were a really late pick, right? And TaToH, I think he came in with the plan. The big question, what will be his nomad civ later on? Because I felt like Koreans would be nomad. Maybe now it has to be Persians. Thank you for the amazing commentary. Love it. Thank you. I will be here this whole week. I could have said I will be in town this whole week. 1-0. Habubi gone. And yeah, we will have to think about the civilization distribution again. It will be Koreans with the win, Mayans with the loss. Okay, let's open our file of draft again. And start to think. So it was Mayans here. Habub was actually Koreans. So Nomad could be Persians? And Four Lakes is like Persians question mark? And we still have Georgians then. Persians are so overrated in Nomad. Game 1-13, 1-13 against Shadow. 1 map win on Arabia and Endo war quality last month. Ah, yeah, true. That was a really good game. That was actually a really good game and not too long ago. It just happened off stream. Yeah. If I'm a Sitaux, I'm picking Nomas Asep. Okay, why? In Feudal Age, we saw a bunch of scums from TaToH and he tried to push with them. It still feels a bit odd to me, to be honest, even though it worked. Is that the usual play on Habub when you play against Eagles as a civ like Koreans? Well, it's just the mass of units that he had, right? Sito played 1 barracks, 1 archery range, and TaToH played double archery range. Typically, if you are Sito here, you're either at a 2nd archery range for skirms, uncommon. What's more common is to have a 2nd barracks. And TaToH simply realized, wow, you are not going for the typical 3 production buildings that Meso player has in Feudal Age, and TaToH punished that. Right? You see, like, let's take a look at another Meso game, and you see most of the time they play double barracks in Feudal Age. Sito was simply greedy, and TaToH was able to punish him for it. Sugar water? Where? Okay. The love of my life don't want to watch with me the second set. Well, then it should be the love of your life. Do you think Sito goes Japanese or Lithuanians on 4 legs? I see the answer right here. And it will be Lithuanians or Nomad. Habub is definitely one stressful map. Yep. Lithuanians could be on border dispute too. Well, I see right now that it's not the case. But yeah, we thought about that as options. What does the donation go for NAC 5 based on? To pay for estimate costs or just to have a higher price pool than last time? Right now, this is already with a reduced $50,000 price pool. Like my dream NAC is another 50k on top of that. So 126 would be my dream donation goal right now. 76 is, that would cover all the costs plus a 50k price pool. Yeah. Okay, let's jump into this one. Reasonably close town centers. TaToH is playing Mongols. Has one boar close by. Deer reasonably close by. Some over here. One boar there. Does he have some boars at the bottom? One to the right. This one could go into Sito's favor. There's an early version of Georgian Unique Unit coming. Latest for NAC, I can maybe ask my guy again. CivPic UI project. Nearly years. Yeah. Yeah, overall NAC costs are estimation from today 236,000. Microsoft gives me 100,000, so I basically have to somehow cover 136,000 with including sponsors, community, or make some cuts. And one of the cuts might be the main event price pool. Good matchup for Lithuanians in my opinion with the speedy skirms and pikes. Is that important? Don't think we will see too many pikemen in this matchup. Whoever gets the castle on the hills auto win this game. I don't think, like, if Lithuanian gets the castle here, TaToH is too lost, right? Yeah, he will lose the TC a bit later, but I don't think that will be game ending. Yeah, flights are actually cheaper so far than they were last year. So I think we might be saving a bit there. I think last year we invested... Oh, wow, still gets the hit. Oh, that's bad for TaToH. I think last year flights were 16,000. And this year I think we might be... Actually, like, if we get lots of Europeans qualifying, we could be around 12,000. Yeah. Lily, can we sponsor somehow? Sure. Like, do you mean sponsor as a private person or as a company? If you have any contacts to company, I can send you our pitch deck. If you want to sponsor as a private person, !NAC 5 support. We'll help you out. Link in the chat right now. Just let them pay their own flights and make a signing bonus. A signing bonus? What is a signing bonus? And no, I can't let them pay their own flights. Boy almost died? Yeah, it felt close, right? So TaToH will play in early uptime. Does he know about the dock distance? No, he does not. Very few sheep in general here by TaToH. Yeah, Chaos Fighter. I think trying to describe the word would have been better than writing it in English. And no. Would absolutely be horrible. And against anything I want to stand for. Can save on flights and hotel if I get invited. Actually true. Okay, 4 on gold for TaToH. So will be Fire Galley opening at the bottom. Kind of interesting how TaToH will be fighting for water here while Sito is up really quickly. Does he know that Sito is around the corner? I'm not even sure. Like, Sito knows everything. Like, knows the TC placement, knows about the house, has a good idea about the dock here as well. And TaToH way more blind. Now even gets another boar for himself. Sponsor as a company. We need some publicity, but I don't know if NSC is the right place. I will check it. Okay, send me a Discord message. Yeah, like I'm in contact with lots of companies that are interested as well. Maybe we can work something out. TaToH also delaying Loom quite a bit, while we still don't see it for Sito. No, Sito is now getting it in as well. It feels like I want to switch positions here. How do I do that? Oh yeah, that was instantly the right hotkey. Right, it's interesting that Sito had more villagers spawning to the right, but they simply switched around a bit, moved a bit with their villagers. Barracks blocking the stone a bit. Not the most important thing. And TaToH won't be too far away with Castle Age here. Now double fire galley. Villagers for repair is around. Micros this one back. Can take the fight again. And Sito, I think, would take lots of damage here. And has to disengage. So TaToH holds for now. Fishing ship count 3 against the 4. Tiny difference there. Archer range now by Sito. Not unlikely that he is adding some archers himself. While TaToH, this looks more like a siege push behind. Have you asked the Berlin State, Senate, government for sponsorship? Maybe through their business agency? No, I didn't. I'm also not living in Berlin, right? So, like, they wouldn't benefit a lot from it. I know that Gamer Legion in the past had some contacts with them, but if nothing came from that, I don't think I'm the next one. I'm not sure if, like, that's exact, but, like, they try to contact people. Oh, yeah, I didn't. Ooh, TaToH tries to rush this. This should not work with an archer out already. Tries to go for it. Yeah, I think TaToH has to disengage. It's funny how one archer makes such a big difference there. And the skirm now as well. And TaToH is running. Sito will get control over the hill for now.
Start into weekend with nearly less than 3.
Much grow, thank you. TaToH adding some archers himself. And TaToH has the weird food amount floating at all times. But it's not really the natural way. Like, you have no food and then develop to high food. Like, he will be stuck at 400 food and now adding some skirmishes as well. Demo is a good connection here. Gets one easy kill. And damages another fire galley quite nicely. Has to disengage though. Is he adding some more? Wood count not that high because he was running around with the villagers a lot. As you can see, TaToH's efficiency not really there. This one is looking good for Sito right now. Does Sito know about that gold? No idea about it. And scouted a lot. He scouted a lot and sees no gold. Might think that this gold could be taken by TaToH. I think sending this villager over here could make a lot of sense. Trying to figure out where TaToH could be. Blacksmith now for Sito. Something that TaToH does not have yet. Good upgrade for both parties. Pick at the side. Thought about that this could be a villager. Demo leading the charge. Lots of low HP ones. How deep can TaToH get in there? Reasonable demo. Very reasonable demo. And this is some pressure on those fishing ships potentially. No, another fire is spawning and TaToH is moving around there. That was quite some fortunate micro here for Sito. Now some block. TaToH tries to get close. Oh, this was a good save for Sito. But if the demo is connecting, and it does... TaToH with quite some pressure. Now we're at 600 food. Got quite some more of those deer. Now the blacksmith. Oh, TaToH with quite some idols. We have the second building now. 3 fishing ships. TaToH still with 4. It's a thing some cities do. I work for a big state government in Western Germany. I could imagine us doing it if you did it there. Might be worth an email, just a suggestion. Okay. Write me. Yeah, write me. Write me. Just write me in Discord. And I will try to basically write to them what you tell me to write. And what you think could work. I think that would be the dream. Yeah. You're digging TaToH's new look? I have not seen him yet, but I've heard people talk about it. That's a lot of skirms from Sito. And faster skirm movement speed actually might come in handy. Just as chat predicted earlier. Will do. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you. Oh, Sito wants to rush this. Makes a lot of sense. TaToH does not have enough units there to defend this. That's a nice decision. That's nice decision making by Sito. And this tower, yeah, you can finish it, but you can also just abandon it. Maybe you can get like 1-2 skirm kills with it. But TaToH is in trouble. And now no more gold. Queues up more archers. I think that is a mistake. I think he has to go on to more skirmishes now. Tries to go to scouts. Even builds a farm. And fish lost. Ooh, tough situation here for TaToH. Sito gaining a lot from that situation. TaToH, does he know about extra golds? He knows about this one. Does not know about this one at the side. And villagers trying to find some deer, apparently. Should build the tower earlier. I'm a bit surprised as well. Demo gets the final kill there. Thing is, unless he fully walls it in, it still goes down. But, yeah, no. I think he just didn't have enough scouting, right? If he knows where Sito's TC is, he easily gets, goes for the back. This should be dead archers. Sito shall now split the army, some here, some there. Forging for TaToH even, wow. Oh, those archers? Are they getting away? No, they shouldn't. They really shouldn't. Interesting walls. But scouts could go through there still. And TaToH goes on to stone. Interesting. And yeah, TaToH had the weird food amount for such a long time. Up to Castle Age, Sito. Market now. And scouts are shown. Forging cancelled. And TaToH will actually go for mango dye. Stab Lancer obviously could have been a nice option as well. Not something that we will see for now though. That's a lot of villagers on stone. And a castle here, obviously as predicted earlier, can be quite nice. TaToH would lose his starting town center. Would need to boom away from the situation. Quick wall, nice by Sito. Gets them up. And should save all the villagers. High HP there to spearmen are coming over. And TaToH went for 4 scouts. They found 3 skirmisher kills and that's it. Not what he needed. Both players heavy on stone. 14 on stone, 12 villagers on stone. Oh, and not sure what that villager will do after that. Will it just be stuck or will it try to find another way? It's just stuck, right? Or does it go around? No. Okay. Oh, Sitaux still with reasonable fishing ship numbers. Actually up to 6, now down up to 5. We'll survive with this one though. Sito, nothing on gold. And where's the castle going to be built? Looks like here indeed. And TaToH will have to let this one happen. Could build a castle here if he wanted to. Not sure if that's the main plan though. The thing is, with this castle, yeah, Sito is killing... Oh, TaToH just opened this! Oh, that's so unfortunate for him. And the scouts are out of position. And yeah, TaToH realizes this is going to be ugly for him. The skirms will prevent him from building the castle forward. He will lose the starting town center. And Sito simply winning the water. TaToH in the weird spot where he was floating resources for a long time. Then went into archers. Didn't really scout proper gold spots in the back for himself. That tower rush didn't, or like trying to kill the tower didn't really work for him. And Sito takes a nice one game here away on Nomad. 1-1 the score. I like it. Well played from Sito with his feudal pressure. Yep. TaToH, I think Outpost could have helped TaToH. I think he was really unlucky with finding sheep, though. And it was Lithuanians winning, Mongols losing. And now this is the big difference when it comes to, like, biased casting. If TaToH lost Koreans, every caster would say, like, why didn't he play Koreans on Nomad? It's so obvious. Like, Mongols are way worse than Koreans. And it didn't make any sense for Haboob. They're so slow, yada yada. But since he won with Koreans on Haboob, can't say that anymore. That's Nelly, man. Did Viper win? In life? Yes. It's a great website, my friend. Mr. Zanek. That tracks all the tournament results. The game for today has not happened. It's not updated? It is updated. Click on the small eye and it shows you the playtime of the set. The Lithuanians, one of the most consistent civs. Feels like they always are a good option in lots of maps. Yeah. I think they're never bad. Obviously, like on Black Forest, they might be bad. On pure water maps, they might be bad, but they're good on mixed maps. Yeah. Short distance maps, yeah. He was scheduled to play first, though? Oh, I didn't know. I always knew this order. Yeah. But then, would have been very quick. I wanted to do something. I wanted to get sugar water and I wanted to check if they're already in the game. Migration is loaded up. Persians against Italians. And we're already in it. Okay. So no sugar water time for Mr. Hippo. Actually, there is still sugar water time, right? It is Dark Age. And we are looking at this one. TaToH Persians. You can take a look at his beautiful build order that he's going to execute here. And I'm back in 15 seconds. What is sugar water for? Drinking. existential crisis in the Hippo household. Girlfriend asked, what's the score between TaToH and Sito? Oof. Considering ending the relationship. Yeah. But then, after I took a weird look at her, she quickly took out her phone and checked Wikipedia. So, it's all good now. Everyone can do mistakes, as long as you realize and fix them. It's all good. Viper was very happy yesterday that he was playing first. He should have known Memp better. Okay. I thought for a long time that this was the order. But I might have been wrong. Yeah. So, TaToH, what is this build order, my friend? That is a 20 villager transporter build, and that's going to be quite some aggression. And Sitaux has a really good map against that, really fortunate generation in the sense that he's super far away with his fish, and TaToH will land in the completely wrong direction. Ooh, this will be a late dock, and TaToH can't actually do much about this. Yeah, the plan is to build a forward dock, but he could be running into like this area quite naturally. Yeah, this is really bad for TaToH. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't start a dock before reaching Feudal. So TaToH should now add fish behind this, and that actually works out okay-ish for him then. Yeah. And Sito goes defensive dock. That's a nice counter strategy with a reasonable uptime here. I recently discovered that there's a Coke Zero without caffeine. Is there equivalent from Pepsi side? I don't think so, no. Oh, TaToH actually walks quite reasonably for him. It's still late. But okay for him. Yeah. Was not TaToH red and Sito blue? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You're right. Allele bleu. Second dock here. And yeah, Sito simply one villager later, I believe, right? 20 to 21. Persian faster, working to see, obviously helping out TaToH quite a bit with this uptime. But obviously quite the problem here. Although TaToH sending the transporter around might send his galleys into the right direction, and obviously only needs to 3 volley those. Instant fire galley production against this though, and Sito feels a bit like the counter strategy to what TaToH is doing. As a triple dock from home. And TaToH, ooh, actually goes back for the buffaloes. TaToH, do we see waypoints on capture age? No, we don't. That's actually a bit sad. Oh, something I just realized, which makes a lot of sense. Listen to the volume of the dock. And now. It actually is louder if you zoomed in closer. Okay, TaToH instantly finds the fish. 1 fishing ship down. TaToH continues to go for more snipes. Should be maybe up to 3 fishing ships here. Second one. Oh, missed a shot. And gets away. Old news. Sorry. TaToH goes for 4th fishing ship. Sito at 5. 2 docks at the front here. TaToH tries to go for the left-hand side, but won't find anything. That means that Sito will have all his fishing ships over here at the top. Not too bad for him at all. Yet some damage done on the scout can maybe help him out a bit later. Botolio just received your donation on PayPal as well. And TaToH gets a lot of buffaloes. Look at that. 900 food coming his way. Galley gave up on life? Really? Did it stop sailing? Oh, that could be a good demo. Ah, TaToH moves away. Interesting that he wasn't greedy and tried to click in there. I would have always felt like, wow, he's not watching, let's move in. But TaToH actually finds a better spot and gets more damage done. That was really well done by him. Obviously, patrolling in a big problem with this recent patch and the pathing. That units are not instantly moving back. Now some repair. And TaToH continues with his aggression here. Can he move around a bit? Can he get to the fish? Would surprise me a bit. Nice micro by Sito. Gets to save this one with 1 HP. What a nice save. Another demo from TaToH though. How big is that going to be? Can maybe even dive deep for the villager. Gets 1 fire galley kill. Can he get a second one? Oh, that would be a questionable dive. And TaToH has to retreat here. Won't get too much done. Now only the mill at home. Quite interesting. 20 on wood. I think TaToH has too much on wood then. Look at that. 300 wood floating already. That is an unnatural transition for TaToH. 13 on this wood line. 8 over here. I'm a bit surprised by this. Pop. Some damage. I didn't think I lived to see the day a German says Allez le bleu. Really? And that even in perfect French as well. Oh! Oh! What's happening? 2 fire galleys running away from 1 fire galley. He could have harassed the fish so much here. Oh, an S&M. A time traveler. Like, I thought so as well, my friend. Oh no, no, no. That was really fortunate for TaToH. Wow, that's a surprise. 3 demos for him. But Sito on the way to Castle Age. 4th dock over here. This one could be a harassment dock. Deep fish. Still reasonable for Sito. Can't complain about this. This could be a good demo. Okay, okay. Gets full damage on 2 of them. Has to be happy with that. Sito playing this one really well. Really well. And this, remember, is the pick number 1 here for TaToH, so he has to deliver with this. 14:30 Castle Age timing. Really solid play here by Sito. Fought extremely smooth, kept his fish alive. Now gets the War Galley upgrade. And TaToH, I think, has to give up this front area. Obviously won't lose the docks. How is it looking when it comes to building? Still missing the blacksmith here, TaToH. Ah, built a stable here. Okay, makes lots of sense. Sends in a demo. Wants to connect before the upgrade. Doesn't get it though. It's the 1-for-1 trade against the weak one. Nice defense by Sito. Looking good for him. Not a lot of prediction went into Sito's favor before this. Could be a good demo for TaToH. Oh yeah, quite some damage. TaToH is keeping up the annoyance. Could maybe see the transporter. Does he get the demo there? Yes, he does. Gets the kill. Does he have any units here to address the landing? Doesn't seem like he has the vision. Scout at the left-hand side. Still quite some buffaloes. But we'll lose the wall at the front. TaToH wins this? Well, he simply had bigger investment, right? And the demo hits were quite nice. Do demo rafts one-shot demo ships? I would assume no. But it's rarely the case that the demo ship just takes the hit without fighting back, right? So most of the time both are just exploding against each other. Scout sees this most likely. No, misses this. Wow. TaToH might think that Sito didn't land yet. Oh, this is actually really unfortunate for TaToH. Oh, but this villager might run through this area. Yeah, okay. Gets the confirmation now. TaToH, that's a lot of high HP ships. Kind of interesting. Light cap upgrade. And double monastery for Sito. So that's a nice move for TaToH. Still has quite some buffaloes. Didn't really need to switch on to too many farms. Neither did Sito, apparently. Yeah, and Sito's forward fires, I don't see them at all on the map. Only one left here. More galley upgrades. After light cav. Scores because of exploration. We can compare it a bit. This is TaToH. This is Sito. Simply didn't see anything on the middle. Yeah, so exploration, certainly big advantage there for TaToH. Should we maybe compare this? Oh no, not settings. Continue. Statistics. I rarely do this, right? What is it? Society? Technology? Score? Not military. Why do I not see exploration? 72 and 49. So that's 230 more points for TaToH. Yeah. So yeah, if it wasn't for exploration, Sito would be ahead. This could be another really good demo spot here. That's a lot of fish going down. Oh, that's a lot of fish going down. All of a sudden, it's one single fishing ship left for Sito, while TaToH lost quite a bit as well. Exploration is 1k at most, though. Yeah. As I said, TaToH has 230 lead due to exploration in score. For every point, you get 10 points. Sanctity coming in for those monks. TaToH with 3 light cav. Demo chasing this one down. 53 villages against 49. Sito quite some idle to see here. Now it's transition into farm. Something he didn't want to do, but has to. Oh, this could be a good demo. How deep can TaToH connect here? Seems like gets the transporter first. Can't be too unhappy with this. Point. Baguette is in great shape. Yeah, typically I see baguettes only like long, thin. But this baguette, it's beautiful to look at. Pretty muscular baguette. Actually not. Unless he changed since I last saw him. This is kind of risky. 5s? Like, TaToH has full vision. Oh, stone. TaToH will have to address this. Where are the light cav of TaToH? 4 out on the map. 2 at the side, 1 at the bottom. Can TaToH... TaToH should see this. Sees the castle. Has 2 light cav here. Can he build the counter castle? No, just builds it a bit more defensively. I think with all his 5 light cav, he could have cleared up the monks and pressured this area. Doesn't go for it. I'm really shocked. Really shocked. And that will be 5 dead monks. Okay, only 3 dead monks. TaToH with a bit of a slip up here, I would think. Is this going to imp now? 220 food. Sold wood, bought food. Are we continuing here? Farm count, not crazy. Eco upgrades, 2 wood upgrades for Sito. TaToH has 1-1. Second wood upgrade obviously would help out quite a bit. Oh, this could be a good demo. Won't get a kill, but damages a lot if it connects in the center here. Ooh. Wasn't that a demo doing 400 damage alone? One demo? Looks like it, right? Was once in Paris once, and there was a was once in Paris once. There was a bakery filled with countless different sorts of baguettes. Story checks out. Looks like TaToH is trying to imp. Only some villagers in the queue, nothing else. Sitaux already on the way. That's so sick. That's so sick. Really good economy, apparently. Dave's chat's in Nili chat? Really? If that's the case, then I want to see at least 15 different people spam some Dave Nili emotes. If there's some true Davers in chat. Any Davers in chat? Okay, I can see 2. I can see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I got some Davers in chat. Okay, 1 minute faster. Castle age here. Siege workshop. I think a ram could actually help out quite a bit. It's tough for Sito to do something against that. Can't wait for a 4-way cast with nearly Dave, T90 and Mem. What about Dash? Is TaToH going for hand cannoneers? Oh, CA. He's going... No. What? See, I don't even know what he's going for. Love masonry for Sito. Oof. TaToH's no town watch? I think he does not, yeah. Yeah, he doesn't. TaToH's in trouble. Big trouble. University. Somewhat in time. Some harassment at his wood line even on the starting island. Needs to buy food if he wants to play hand cannoneer, but then condos are good against that. Water control non-existent. 8 fishing ships against 0. TaToH is 20 villages ahead though. Italians just win with Genoese against Persians? Well, Genoese and condos, I believe, yeah. Against Genoese, technically TaToH could play something like Skirm's hand cannoneer, but it's not pretty. Once condos are there, ooh, loses the transporter. Light cav around, but they can't do much against Genoese. But yeah, certainly not getting the gold bonus. And we will have to question TaToH's shift choices again. Chemistry now coming in. And water will be lost here for TaToH for now. And how many docks does TaToH have? Let's quickly zoom out. It's one single dock. Underwhelming. Nobles dock at the front. TaToH floating lots of gold here. And it will be hand cannoneers. Condo's obviously good against hand cannoneers if Sito has good enough of an eco. TaToH some vision here at the right side. And the barracks is being added. So Condo's tech will be freed pretty soon. 20 seconds away till TaToH can start any real production here. I'm scared for our Spaniard. Feels like Sito is putting himself into a good spot. Taking the 2-1 lead. Fast fire attack. Goes for it over here. No galleys in production though, and all of a sudden the resources at the bottom. TaToH sold some stone, bought some wood. Double trap set up here. Wants to trying to go for with his own traps. Bombard cannon wants to squeeze through but can't. TaToH pump faked with this trap for a second time. Can he get the shot against the bombard cannon? No, he can't. And has to move away with this own trap now. Gets some repair on there. Bombard cannon gets no damage at all against that army here at the site. And now the bombard cannon dance. Kind of important for TaToH. Must not lose this castle. Has only fletching, so the bombard cannon can still reach the traps here. Castle can't properly protect. Bombard cannon missing there again. And TaToH loses quite some traps here. Goes for the repair, but I don't think this will be in time. This army might run into the town center. Hand cannoneers not considering going there. Hand cannoneers jumped into the castle, jumped out of the castle, and will kill the bombard cannon. That is really good for TaToH. Really good for him. Doesn't have the resources to contest water, though. Some Genoese lost. Now tries to rush another town center. TaToH seems like he can hold this. Castle on the hill. 3 traps on the hill. Hand cannoneers were simply the hero against the bombard cannon.
Yay.
Hey, oh Peter. Is there no pass for TaToH's bombard cannon there near the castle? At the top, you mean? From how the units are moving, I don't think so. TaToH now taking into commander run. Crossbows without any gold investment. Has a lot of wood to afford it. Only has fletching though. So will take him quite some time. No ballistics either. Traps still shooting the castle. And obviously Kondo's good against the bombard cannons. TaToH bugs out a bit here. Can't save any of the bombard cannons from what it looks like. And that castle therefore likely to fall. Great move here by Sito. And TaToH will struggle a lot with this one, I believe. Gets a Genoese kill at least. But those traps are moving forward. And TaToH is behind in population. This one is still annoying. And macro at the limit here. Just gets surrounded at home. And TaToH has to call it GG. Sito takes the 2-1 lead. TaToH obviously unfortunate with his spawn here, how he got to the center island. But that is a part of the variance that you have to take the moment you go for such a strategy. And Sito, a bit of a blind counter to what TaToH did. Maybe looked at the score and then realized, okay, that's the approach. And went for the defensive feudal play. Really nice play. And actually a nice transition into Castle Age there. Really solid defense. And then it just feels like Italians flying to Imperial Age a bit better. Interesting. Interesting. And this is looking really good for Sito now. He still has Persians. And after this first game, the best comeback that Sito fans could have hoped for. 4-3 Sito looks quite possible. I think a 4-3 feels like the likeliest result right now. In either direction. Migration gone. Hideout and enclosed. Still options for TaToH. TaToH used his Persians and lost with them. Still Persians and Japanese, the first to pick for Sito. Left. And then being 2 hippos? Well, we always wanted to display 1 pop space. Hideout next. Let's rethink civilizations. TaToH actually went migration. Persians. So nomads was Mongols. 4 Lakes is still open. This is like... Hideout will be Burgundians versus Cumans. At least that is something we predicted correctly. So let's maybe move everything that already happened to the top. Then we can think about the remaining civs. Enclosed Persians, 4 Lakes Japanese, Goth border dispute feels very reasonable. Then 4 Lakes, you probably want to play Malay against this. And border dispute Georgians. Is that the way to go? Is that the way to go? But did you pick Malay that early? Oh, yo. I'm scared for TaToH. I'm honestly scared for TaToH now. Let's put him in red and Sito in blue. That's how we want to see it, right? How does he want to play it? Rush distance, reasonably long. Should be good for Cumans, I believe. Gold and stone. Further to the front. Always spawning in this generation here, I believe. So something like a tower rush could be an option. Don't really think that's too likely. More likely that we will see a fast caster from TaToH. Relic spawned for him, one close by. Have a second one and a third one on the way to oh no, wait. It's too close by for TaToH, actually. Too close by for TaToH, that's nice. Then one on the way to Sito. This one will be tough to get. This one will be contested, most likely as well. No need to worry. I said that TaToH will win 4-2. Okay. Then I'm coming down. I think TaToH should have picked his worst civ for Nomad. Well, he kind of picked... Didn't he pick, like, number 6? Like, look at that. He picked number 7. So. Yeah. Some reason houses always seem to lame the berries. Are houses always spawning southwest, northwest? I don't even know. Okay, Dark Edge boys. Ask me some questions. Tell me a story. Someone tell me a joke. Sitaux extra town center build up, by the way. Pop 18. No big surprise in that regard. Doubt. Is that the joke? Okay. Why won't swords never go obsolete? Because they're cutting edge technology. I like that one. How do you fit 4 elephants in a mini? Open the door, 4 elephants in, close the door. Why were Mongols so happy? Always write the punchline with the question. Thank you. What's the next favorite vacation spot? New York City. Okay. And Mongols always happy because there were no mats. 2 in the front, 2 in the back with the elephants? Okay. Neely, do you think a good caster is neutral regarding the players, or can he express wanting one player to win, for example, a teammate? I think... Satoru's wrong language. If I'm casting on my channel here, as a GL member, as a friend of TaToH, I think it's totally reasonable if I was hardcore cheering for TaToH. And I've done bias casting in the past, and I think it's totally fine. I wouldn't do something like that if, for example, I'm casting a Red Bull event. I will be more neutral, and I will be trying to be as unbiased as possible in my in my cast. If you go to a private channel of a person, I think you also choose them a bit because of their personality, right? Like this game is probably covered by like 15 different channels. And if you only understand English, probably like in 6, 7 different channels. So I think it's totally reasonable to choose your caster thinking about the personality.
Go Neely.
Casters are not judges, no. Yeah, I think, as I said, like a professional cast and a professional approach, like, it doesn't matter. Like, obviously there are some people that I really like, some people that I like less in the community, and if I'm casting at Red Bull, I think I won't, like, I obviously was super happy for the Viper, and I showed my emotions there after he won Red Bull 5. But I think, except that, I think I try to be as unbiased as possible. What genres are national anthems? Country. Okay. Why does the Persian elephant wear red socks? Because the blue ones were dirty. Okay. Why did the monk fall over? They were imbalanced. Ooh, another one I should write down probably. Admins need to be neutral, in my opinion. Well, that's a completely different case, right? Admin and caster are two very different things. Yeah. The Path Guy. Thank you, CJ. In the game, Jordan versus you on Arena. When Jordan could not get heresy, would it be a good idea to have like 8 crossbows behind your monks to snipe every monk that got converted? You get the same result like heresy, but in a different cost. Interesting idea. I don't mind it, yeah. And the moment you build up a ball of like 15, you can just move in and kill the opponent's monks, even. Yeah. The question is if he has the timing. But yeah, GL also agreed that a switch into Arbalest could have worked out really, really well for Jordan. This deep territory, nothing wrong with that. Go on EGN if you want to on Sitau's tier. I don't think that they're necessarily talking about this set per se. No. I think if you host, you should be neutral. Yeah, but host and caster are two different things again, right? Like, I will obviously follow the rules or like design the tournament the same structure with a doubt as with someone that I like less, for example, right? But me as a caster, adding personality to it, I don't mind it too much. How do you open a banana with a monkey? Ooh. Okay. TaToH, by the way, goes for triple TC, just the clear and boom. Wouldn't be so surprised if he goes for a monastery. Are there age pro players you know personally and you really don't like? Yeah. Is heavy feudal play possible for TaToH since we can assume that Cuman will go second TC and go for any army? Well, the thing is, what are you doing if you're going heavy feudal age, right? He's sitting behind walls. He already has 2 town centers, so they have limited area that you can attack. Sito can easily go for stone, build defensive towers. And okay, computer, wrong language. If you tower rush him or play heavy feudal age, you both prolong your feudal age, but the Cuman player has 2 TC and you only have 1. So the thing is, if you play feudal age, you need to do damage. Like, you need to force the opponent to not get onto the 12 farms that they need to keep both TCs running. You need to either block the gold and stone. Otherwise, it will be really tricky. Is heavy plow... Is heavy feudal play... Oh, that was the question. Okay, okay. Okay. Stable now by Sito. And TaToH opens stable first before he tries to control the relics. And as you can see, 1,000 more resources for Sito by now. Once Sito reaches Castle Age, should still have a slight villager advantage. Right now, TaToH obviously gets 2 extra villagers. No, 4 extra villagers every minute. Because he has 3 TCs running, producing villagers, while Sito only has 1. The other one upgrading to Castle Age right now. Yeah, TaToH is 15 villagers behind. That is pretty standard. That is why humans are considered so incredibly strong on this map as well. The big question though is, what is the army composition going to be? Like, humans sometimes struggle in Imperial Age then. Also, TaToH places his buildings to hide everything. Yeah, well, now the second stable. But yeah, the first one certainly behind. Also the barracks in the back there. Blocking a bit of farm space. Didn't matter to him, apparently. Do you think there's any merit novelty in doing a draft of the ships before the maps? We thought about that, and I think it's not crazy, no. It just, like, you can run into some weird scenarios. Like, NSC4, NSC5 will have a split draft. In the sense that we will have 15 AI-generated bands, then the map draft, and then the rest of the Civ draft.
See.
This will be a new try to increase Civ diversity. And I'm curious if that's going to work out. What about drafting the Civs before the maps? That indeed was exactly the question that we just had, right? I once tried to explain why it's bad, but then wasn't convinced of what I said. So I think it could work. Yeah. AI generated? Well, randomly picked. Yeah. Yeah. AI sounds cooler? Yeah. So, TaToH should be close in villages pretty soon. Okay, has the first relic out now. A relic for Burgundians worth roughly 3 villagers. 1.5 on gold, 1.5 on food. So right now, resource income should stay pretty much equal there. Or pretty close together. Can we have players when I ban civs? Could make funny comments possibly. No. Not part of the show. Players that are playing should be completely focused on the draft. We will have analysis of the draft, obviously, for the playoffs by the players. Oh, did he lure in the monk? Oh, Sito, you sneaky little boy. Moved away with the army there, and pikemen not really finding the kills. That's step lancers in for now. Lightcav moving in a bit. Pikemen behind this. Should be good for Sito. Human scouts are faster in Dark Age as well, I believe. Or is it only starting with Feudal Age? 5%? AU2 tech tree? Someone will read it and tell us. TaToH bought 200 stone or what? Kind of interesting. No, 100 stone. And now builds the 4th town center. Only in Feudal? Okay.
See.
This won't be too pretty. 5% Feudal, 10 in Castle Age, 15 in Imp. Okay. This would be a winning fight for Sito. He doesn't need a conversion. Pike tech now for Sito. That is interesting. How many barracks does he have? Villagers being sent forward. Has enough stone for a forward castle. TaToH's in problems here. I just joined. How were the first 3 games? Is Sito playing like a beast? TaToH making mistake? Bad Civ matchup? Questionable Civ choices. And Sito playing like a beast. But certainly, like, questionable civ choices is what the critic in me would think. Uh-oh, monk exposed. That's a dead monk. 3 light cav. They are committing. How many pikeman hits are we getting in? Killing a light cav. Good enough there. Next monk is also dying. Sito doing a really good job here of sniping all those monks. And imp timing will be better for Sito. Castle will be better for Sito as well. Gets the castle up here. Repositions it for another time. And pikeman count simply not enough. And that will be a nice pressure castle here. But not too many villagers. How many do we have? 8. TaToH could build a counter castle. The thing is, though, TaToH doesn't have enough army. So he has to build it inside. He needs to rewall here. This looks really good for Sito. Really good for Sito. Wow. Quick reminder. Sito in the group stage down 2-0 with 0-6 in maps. And now looking really hot to maybe even delay this castle here. Ooh, okay. Doesn't get those wills. And TaToH still can't click up. Still missing the second building. 2 golds on the outside. This is ugly for TaToH. Might need to go for this gold. Wants to get this relic. Crazy how only one single relic is being picked off at this point. Yeah, Italians have very poor record. I think 2-7 or 2-9. Something shockingly bad like that. Sito finds more villagers. Nice awareness out of him. 70 seconds faster to Imperial Age is Sito. Double castle setup and now can switch into kip checks. This looks so good for Sito here. Crazy how much damage he found. Destroyed resources, simply 1,000 more. Cavalry attack for TaToH. Heavily on stone. Maybe a second castle here. Early chemistry could work out nicely for him, but right now can't even find space for university. Maybe delete some walls and build it here. Could be an option. Imp. Oh, that's tough for TaToH. How's prioritization looking? No masonry. Lancers have no resistance against monks, no. Only eagles and scouts. And the whole scout line. Elite stab lancer, something he can even afford. Crazy. 600 more resources gathered. 6 eco upgrades for TaToH. Sito sits at only 4. How's this fight going to go? Takes the fight before the elite upgrade. Quite questionable. Took a lot of damage here. And TaToH has to be happy with this engagement. And now... Wait. He cancelled elite? With how many seconds left did he cancel elite? Sick. And now goes full halberdier. Okay, that is actually crazy. Two extra town centers. So TaToH will have, if this one is still alive, 7. Tap Lancers happy to find some damage here. Fourth town center for Sito. Step Lancers getting pushed away. And the full halberdier play. TaToH needs to tech chemistry, which he is. And add some hand cannoneers himself. Is going for the archer ranges. So doing the right steps. But obviously will lose a lot of area here. Has to hope that Sito is doing a mistake now. And lets him in. Those are 5 exposed villagers. TC around that area. Does TaToH maybe try to break in here? Could be an option. Another castle. That's so many farms gone. And obviously a big area that can be raided. Okay, those knights can move in. How many kills can they find? Certainly creating a lot of havoc in the economy. That's an interesting castle by TaToH. Could easily be trapped. I'm quite surprised that he's building it here and not rather here, which he initially wanted to. Wow, that's a surprise to me. And another TC falling. TaToH has reasonable villager numbers though, and still forcing quite some idle TC time, so it's getting more resources as we are speaking. But this fight is obviously pretty tricky. But now bombard cannons are arriving. And as I said earlier, humans, they sometimes struggle to find good army compositions. And if you can't get to mass kip checks, Harvey is actually performing reasonably well against you. Some hand cannons behind this, extra damage output from these. Pikemen not really fighting too well though. Now trying to focus down the kip checks. One goes down, hand cannons dealing with the halberdiers. And this I believe is a tiny bit better for TaToH here. 20 pop behind. But finally, cleared up here. One Cavalier and Light Cap are squeezing through. But Halberdiers around to deal with this. TaToH holding for now. Lost 2 of his relics though. Big loss for his economy. Halberdier attack. For TaToH now.
I think it's hilarious you guys talk shit about Neely. You wouldn't say this shit to him at LAN. He's jacked. Not only that, but he wears the freshest clothes.
Eats at the chillest restaurants and hangs out with the hottest dudes. You're all pathetic. Lol. If you want to insult me at LAN though, well, I have a tournament for you, including Dave. And it's looking better and better that we get a meetup even. We have an incredibly nice but super expansive location. And I think I have contact to a good location. That's way cheaper. Nice ground attack there. And TaToH, 30 population still behind. Feels like this is a good spot for a town center here, is what both agreeing on. Bombard cannon exposed though. TaToH ground attack. Tried to move away. Halberdiers in there. Squeezes the way. Kipcheck simply not having enough range there. One bombard cannon down. TaToH even ground attacked in the back and Kipcheck's dying. Did all 4 bombard cannons survive? No, 1 went down. We had 5. Whew, TaToH seems to turn this around. Yeah, that's the human problem, right? Economy is crazy good. But what is the army composition behind this? It will be elite Kipcheck. And it will be ballistics. This is the moment where TaToH could start thinking about attacking into elite skirmishes. Oh, this will be a lot of dead villagers. I'd love to see Burgundian vineyards as well. For TaToH with his farm amount. 25 working only though right now. Lots of map control still for Sito around everywhere. He is at pop limit now. Kipchecks can move in. And now they will do more damage against those bombard cannons. Will get a kill guaranteed. Now thinking about even more of those. Traps even dealing with the Kipcheck, funnily enough, instead of the bombard cannon doing the work. Halberdiers now, once they close down the distance, though, the Kipcheck's dying quite quickly. Lots of pressure on that castle. Repair by 8 villagers. Hand cannon around there as well. Bombard cannons, can they find another good shot? Feels like another connection came in. Kipcheck's dying, but bombard cannon's dying as well. And feels like Sito will have an easier job of replacing his numbers compared to TaToH. Those are lots of low HP Kipchecks. Hand cannons could even consider taking the fight here. But the trap falls. Sito has to be happy with it, but lost one of the castles. And now pressure onto the next one. Sito, not enough stone to go for the repair. And TaToH's skirm switch is slowly but surely coming in. Upgrades. Really underwhelming for those skirmishers though. Obviously they benefit a lot from their bonus damage, but that's not enough. And look at that. The big tech switch into Cavaliers is coming for Sito. And TaToH right now not prepared against that. That monk, if it dies, that's really ugly for TaToH. Just build it, tries to go for the gold. And feels like a likely snipe, indeed. And Sito is jumping onto this one. Even sees no threat from those skirmishers. Dives deep, kills all the hand cannoneers. And yeah, only now Fletching is finishing. That means, yeah, Kipchecks are going to die. But hand cannoneer numbers clearly heavily decimated. And TaToH realizes, damn, I killed so many Kipchaks. You're not really trying to save those. Are you tech switching? Queues up Halberdiers again. I like that. Builds another monk. TaToH, very little map control. If we look at the mini-map here. Feels so cornered, right? What he sees. That's TaToH, or Sito. Basically the full surround even starts to trap the TC at the site. Oh, even Paladin tech. Hallelujah. Okay. TaToH continues with Halberdier production. Should know what's up. Stables also at the right side. Some hand cannoneers could help here. Not the most important thing though. And TaToH knows, wow, you don't have the unit numbers that I would expect from you. Push this away further and further. Also knows, okay, I already killed a castle of yours. So gaining Kipchak numbers will be tricky for you as well. TaToH 5 Halberdiers on the field. 15 more on the queue. Adds more barracks at the left-hand side. 3 at the right-hand side. Killed both of the straps. Buys himself some time. And that's an ambitious castle. Is sure that he killed this castle of Sitaux. And all of a sudden, TaToH is 10 population ahead. Wow. And those are 2 gold spots that TaToH is reclaiming. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't think we have the unique tech for TaToH though. He's not really generating too fast here. Has 2 gold. 45 on stone. Poof. He could have made an argument for Hassa Kipchak being the army composition here for Cumans instead of the big paladin switch. But TaToH's Halberdier numbers not high enough. 13 paladins, 23 Halberdiers. Now sees the Halberdier upgrades. And TaToH should run with his bombard cannons. Halberdiers to the front, full Halberdier production now. TaToH not really queuing up too well. Goes for some ground attacks against the Kipchaks. Halberdiers to the front. I don't think this would be enough. Maybe some ground attacks here. Maybe some quick walls there. Siege workshop. Sends another villager around. That could be blocked. That could be blocked. Gets the second siege workshop. Nice move. And that Halberdier timing is completely evaporating. This is so good for TaToH. This was a surprise. Or should have been a surprise. This was non-shown tech. And the first 8 to 10 paladins basically achieved nothing. And TaToH's pop limit can now go for Halberdiers. This is so good for him. Sito sees the 3rd relic though. Can still get some gold. Underwhelming upgrades from TaToH in the blacksmith. Halberdiers right now 1-2 upgrades. Skirms 2-2. Now make it 3-2. Next attack over here. Bombard cannons running away. Heavy repairs on those. That means lots of Halberdiers will die. Kipchak potentially with this, but that's still quite some damage output. More repair on that bombard cannon. Traps not on the screen at all. And even some camels being mixed in. Do we see repair? Will it be? No, okay. Paladin in the end gets the kill. Insane game. Hideout delivering. Oh, and that's a big fight. Oh, that's not a lot of Halberdiers for TaToH. He's getting overwhelmed. Was he just pop limit? Now drops around 150. Getting pressured the right-hand side. Left-hand side is even more dangerous. Paladin's trying to run into the economy. Shouldn't achieve too much, I believe. The castle around. Has ballistics. Some Halberdiers chasing. Yeah, don't think this will be the craziest thing ever. Hand cannoneers added behind this. Still more upgrades needed on those Halberdiers. Armor. Really important for them. Paladins are still paladins. Story checks out. That's really annoying for TaToH to micro so much at all times. Now dives for the bombard cannon again, but that means Kipchaks and paladins could fall. All the Kipchaks down. Paladins in some dangers. Actually, one Kipchak even survives. And paladins are actually looking to find some villager kills here. Meanwhile, Halberdiers looking really solid in their numbers over here at the right side. But bombard cannons looking like they could die. But paladins not really supported by anything. And that's what we said. We need a crazy army composition from humans. Paladins alone won't do the job. Halberdiers and Paladins neither. We need Kipchaks with this army. But right now, Kipchak count is at 1. A single Kipchak only. Yeah, don't care about odds at all. Burgundian Vineyards coming in. That means TaToH basically jumps from 2 relics gold to... I think 2.5 roughly? No, it has to be more. 3.5. Kipchak plus Hussar, I think, might have been the army composition you want to go for. If you're humans here. What a good game. I think 40 farmers is 1.5 relics. I thought like 32 farmers are like 1 relic. I forgot the numbers. The exact numbers though. Or 36? 36? Masonry. I obviously would love to see it earlier. No repair in time there for the bombard cannon. Tries to wall this one in. Obviously bombard cannon wouldn't care. Oh, bombard cannon's over here in quite some danger. Repair there. Not even needed. Sito disengages. And that's one of the reasons why, for example, we don't see humans played that much on Arena. Because facing this Halberdier Bombard Cannon combo is not that easy. Paladins diving again. TaToH even moves his Halberdiers next to the Bombard Cannons. Nice body block. Will lose a Bombard Cannon here most likely. No! Even saves the Bombard Cannon against the Paladins. That was like 8-9 Paladins that couldn't even get the job done. Hand Cannoneers behind this are just shooting away. 42 kills on that group. Just completely slaughtering through this army. Now Kipchaks have to disengage as well. And that castle is going to fall. It starts to look better and better here for TaToH. Although he is losing that castle at the right hand side. Quite a big loss on that end. TaToH still 15 on gold. Can't be unhappy with that. 45 farmers against 51. Sito still didn't get that relic. Still not really on that gold. Only now moves for it. Okay, love the amount of Kipchaks now. TaToH might want to squeeze in some skirms again. TaToH obviously has the cavalry attack. And yeah, squeeze in some skirmishes. Crazy how we see a Burgundian player basically without any cavalry. So many buildings will be lost. Sitaux with the... No, TaToH with another castle here. Wow. Quite interesting that he built it that far forward. I'm not even sure if it's on the hill. I think it might be. Kill count on those hand cannoneers. Make it 73 already. Okay, quite nice. Make it 82 even after losing some of the friends. TaToH soon out of those gold spots though. Mass repair on the bombard cannon again. And Sitaux, it just feels like he can't really find the answers to the army that TaToH is putting out on the field. More archery ranges here. And now skirmishers. They can just constantly dive. Right? Just take... If you trade off 2 skirmishers against a Kipchak, that's totally fine. And TaToH might even get more kills there. Dodges quite nicely, but has to give up the hill advantage. What is this? So many shots missing. Now he patrols in, and that's actually his death there against the skirmishers, but most through them. Skirmisher count now really low. Hand cannoneers have to move back, just killing the light cap that's moving in. And then TaToH gets enough skirmishers to the front again. What about walling off the right side for TaToH? Well, you can just one shot a tree with a trap, right? Rams are an option. And he has the castle right now. He's defending cost efficiently. So, I don't think it's needed. I think if anything, then a wall behind. So, run-throughs won't happen, but not really something you see too often. TaToH, 2,000 gold in the bank. Skirm and Halberdier production mainly. 3 traps moving forward, and this could be the second last castle for Sito. Still no Hasa upgrade, and TaToH even takes Paladin. Wow. Another good fight for TaToH. Sito struggling a bit to get the proper numbers in. 64 farmers for him. I think taking into Hasa could be a good option. TaToH now preparing for the big Paladin switch himself. Those 2 stables still being used because Sito uses produce out of all stables instead of grouping them. And now TaToH knows he has all the winning conditions for the late game. Although, yeah, it's kind of even gold income if this one runs dry. But he knows just Bracer alone is such a big difference in Trash War. Obviously, Hume and Hussar are way better. Not a lot of Halberdiers here. How many do we have on stream? 9. 10th one joining the party. Trying to protect the hand cannoneers now. Skirmishers really exposed. Oh, TaToH will drop in population here, I would assume. Goes around 180. That's a full clear up, I believe. Hand cannoneers still strong in that hill, though. And most of the cavalry is going down. Kipchaks might be moving in to kill the traps now, I believe. Indeed, that's what they're aiming for. Queue is long. 21 more hand cannoneers in the queue. So he tech Paladin and ignores to produce them. TaToH, oh, that's a nice stream of units coming in, but could have also used those production a bit closer. Nice clear up by Sito. He is still in this one. Population even right now. Those are a lot of dead siege units. We have the full hussars. Every single blacksmith upgrade for both players. Eco upgrades. Sito could go for 2 more. Knows that this is going to be a long game. How do you engage into this hill? Probably just try to use the skirms. Oh, Kipchak overextending though. Really important that Sito is keeping his numbers high. Does fighting just one side benefit either player more? Well, typically fighting one side means that the less mobile army is better. So if you look at this, if one player is going for Halberdiers, they typically want to fight one spot. Sito ideally wants to fight multiple spots. Middle is open soon. Yeah, we are like 300 wood away. TaToH is such a beast in those situations. I agree. 99% sounds really high though. Now that a militia is being mixed in. Okay, 100. Onagers? Wow. Okay. TaToH's castle here will obviously help out against this. But Onagers could actually be even been used against the skirms here. Pretty sure TaToH cancelled Paladin. Yeah, not impossible. Not impossible. It's pretty cheap though, right? So if you think about resources, it wasn't the biggest investment. How's Sito going to fall onagers? Well, 3 relics helps. Still has 80 farmers as well, right? So economy is solid. Trap goes down. Quite surprised that TaToH didn't continue with bombard cannons here. Yeah, and Sitaux is using the produce out of all stables hotkey, for example. While you see TaToH, he's producing halberdiers only from this side and doesn't group up too many here. It's actually a big difference. Like, Sito plays the easier game, TaToH the more efficient one. And that's why you see, like, units always reinforcing from the other side. Well, technically, you only want to produce out of those stables. Skirms now want to shift-click dive onto those kip checks. Halberdiers are moving in. This will be a clear-up, I believe. I don't think that's enough halberdiers. It's 70 more in the queue. But kip check numbers are dying quite heavily. TaToH will lose every single unit here, I believe. But kip checks down to 2, down to, well, some reinforcements. And now full halberdier push should be good. I think if TaToH now goes full halberdiers, can maybe even mix some hussars and should be in a really good spot. Onager, maybe now exactly for the cut because you have all the halberdiers, all the hussars in the world. Barely any siege on the field for TaToH though. See ya, TJ. I couldn't eat dinner now. Such a game. Onager is here to kill halbs. Think more to kill skirms, but it will take some half shots as well. Oh, missed that one badly, actually. But this one was solid. Kip check count at 7. Only one castle left. If TaToH kills this castle, he only needs to build halberdiers to the rest of the game. Yeah. The anger of a wife is way worse than anything else. Okay, okay, okay. Then I won't get married. Thanks for the advice. Sito has 600 stone. Yeah, he's repairing right now, right? He needs to clear this up. Like, he really doesn't want to lose more stone. Okay, gets the castle in the back here. Place is quite nice, but that means no more stone. Ooh, this is tough. This is really tough. If this castle falls, Sito will be in the same position again. Onager's getting quite some kills here. Can't complain about that one. Still full HP and 13 kills. Arson being mixed in. Okay. Still peaceful in the center. Hussars moving around. Could go for the villagers. Could go for the kip checks. Decides to go for both of them. But might lose his traps. One down already. Kills the castle though. That's the main goal. Neither player wants to cut the middle. I think TaToH doesn't want to, yeah. As you see, even pulled the villagers away. Both players still pop limit. Lack of bloodlines must really hurt. I don't think TaToH should go for too many hussars. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that he has 20 in the queue, actually. I think it should be TaToH with full halberdier play. Guilds now out of Sito. Also an upgrade that you would love to see a bit earlier. That's the hero building for Sito now. But only 9 kip checks out on the map. Another good shot. Onager gets a shot in, goes back. Nice moves. Bit surprised that we see this many skirmishes mixed in. Well, okay, we have quite some halberdier numbers. This gives me a flashback to the TaToH versus Yo match some months ago that lasted like 3 hours in-game. TaToH versus TaToH as well. What about Costiers? Are they any good? They are really good, but they're a gold unit. And as you can see, both players have 0 villagers on gold, so basically have to go for units that don't cost gold at this point. You have to be very frugal. Hero Onager? Yeah, he's really microing that one well. 26 kills. ACM versus Yo? Yeah, that was a 2.5 hour game as well, I believe. That was sick. That after the game, the score was 2-2 in a best of 5, I believe, right? But kudos to Sito, how well he holds. Absolutely. And now pushing the left side. Is the addition of Hassa really that good for TaToH? I'm not sure about it. Do we want to keep the production sound, by the way? I think some casters have it turned off, right? Casting, sound, unit train, none. I think most casters have it off. Keep it. Okay, let's it's silent now. Field's empty now. I think you will you won't miss it next game. Much better now. Okay. Better no sound. It's quite interesting that so many people have such a strong opinion, but no one wrote. Especially the people that feel like off is better. Want a poll? Let's not do it like during this game. Let's do it after game 5, maybe? Yeah. Okay, kip checks. Kind of important that those are kept alive. Oh, that's a big loss. That's a big loss for Sito. Oh, and now he's down to 2 kip checks again. Hero Militia dies as well. TaToH apparently defends really well against that cut. So many Hussars going down. Castle can maybe find some more kills. 9 kills for the castle. Hand cannoneer. Around this area. Do you plan to stream from time to time after NSC? Completely step back? Let's see. I think from time to time stream might happen. Yeah. Obviously after NAC I will still stream a full week. Tuesday to Sunday we'll have different events. King of the Hippo, some show matches. And then I will really stop. This is not as bad as C90's constant yapping. That's really the first time, your first message that you are ever typing on this channel is you insulting a different caster. I don't like this. You're not heading into a good direction, my man. Okay, more barracks here. Yeah, I'm not sure about this raid with the castle setup still. Yeah, I didn't time him out. Let's give him 10 minutes to think about his second message he's typing. It was not an insult, it was humor. Really? And I didn't get it. And TaToH thinks he will lose more villagers than he actually is. Look at that, he's constantly queuing. Okay, he is losing a reasonable amount though. TaToH banking quite some gold now. Elite skirmish attack for Sito, but that's obviously not great. That guy not going to enjoy the next game casting? Oh boy. Time to go for Mem's channel. For the next set. So Elite skirmish, the big problem. You're still missing Bracer. So no last attack, no last range upgrade for you. And TaToH, he lost a lot of wills. I think he lost like 30 wills against that raid. Actually pretty sick. No one in human history has done more questionable, awkward sarcasm jokes than Nile would know. Really? No one in the history. Okay. What do you think about Steve Kerr?
Yeah, wait.
Is he called Steve Kerr? I think so.
Result. See.
How would Sito push the castle of TaToH? Well, technically he can go for rams, right? He can take into siege rams quite nicely. And also technically he could go for traps. Yeah. Steve Carell? I don't think that I mean Steve Carell. That's a lot of hussars dying. More aggression through the center. And yeah, those scums won't find enough. TaToH breaks through here. Maybe there was someone somewhere. Yeah. Steve Kerr is the basketball coach. Okay. Well, then I mean someone else. Okay. Then I'm just confused. Incredible how TaToH's eco is so balanced. Well, he just queues up what resources he has, right? But yeah, 70 farmers still alive after all the massive raids is quite nice. And he will deal with this raid probably reasonably well as well. Though those are a lot of exposed farmers. Yeah, Sitaux now tries to really make something happen, but he's losing more in the center. Wow. What an intense game. It just feels like the super late game for humans are lacking a bit. And now look at all this red in Sito's base. Ugly for him. Crazy. It looked so good for Sito early Imperial Age. How TaToH held this? Absolutely impressive. Thank you, Sonic Knight. Enjoy. See ya. Oh man, so many villages now being pushed away. TaToH's economy is just so much better. So many hussars constantly dying. KD actually better for Sito, which is quite crazy. Now mass stables here. Tries to go for the big raids in the center. And I think Sito will now struggle with villagers. Sito actually struggles with town centers. He's down to those 2 TCs. Oh wow, at 82 villagers. Halberdiers really want to kill this lumber camp apparently, but Sito repairs it. Wow. TaToH's raid is more efficient than Sito's. And tell me why. Why is TaToH's raid more efficient than Sito's? Who knows? Because he had siege? That's not really the raid thing. Because of castles. Yeah. I think that's the main thing, right? You're running through, you're already losing 3 hussars. Then you run through here, losing another 2. Going here, more damage, right? Those 3 castles have a combined 100 kills. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 40-50 hussars over the last 10-15 minutes. Well, that's a bit too high, but you see where I'm getting at. And that's why, for example, you don't see that many raids in deathmatch. Because it's very likely that players still have like 4 or 5 castles left. And then raiding with 10 hussars simply is not as efficient. Compared to a random map. Humans with the 15% outrun castle arrows? I don't think so. It's still ballistics, no? I think the castles can calculate ballistics. The faster speed. Oh, TaToH can even afford hand cannoneers again. Wow. peaceful over here. Continues with the push through the center. And now mainly Halberdiers. Sitaux really struggling with resources. TaToH, long queue. Look at that. 120 units in the queue. On the other side, 9. I think TaToH might break Sito here. Although that's a lot of skirmishes. And even without Bracer, skirms just got an update. Or just got an improved balance patch for them against Halberdiers. TaToH could sell some of that wood. Well, I don't think prices will be great. Yeah. That looks like no guilds even for TaToH. That would be shocking. Hold on. No, no. Both have guilds. Hey, am I confused?
See.
The kills on those hand cannoneers? 27 so far. Fastest chaos? Ay, ay, ay. It feels like if I think if I make it into semis, I win. That's my prediction. Like, it's not unlikely that I will lose round of 16 or round of 8. But if I get into the semifinals, I think I win the whole turn.
What's up?
I actually scheduled some training for it. So, let's see how it will go. No more raids at the right side, and that's completely unprotected, right? That is the only defensive building. No more farms here. Where are the relics? Okay, all of them here. Interesting. $82 villagers only, and none in the queue. Could lose some more. This is really exposed at the right side. Okay, what are we expecting? We see 55 on food for Sito. How many farms? If I double click the farms, what do we think? What's Sito's count? What's his overall farm count? It is 127. Sick, right? And he only has 55 farmers working. Pretty sick. Sito collapsed. Feels a bit like it. No equal to produce. Below 80 villagers now. Hand cannoneers continuing to push in. 40 kills now. And those aren't alive for too long. He needs Flamish Revolution? Why? Isn't he winning anyways? I think if he just continues doing like this, he is in a solid winning spot. Now down to one single town center, Sito. So production will be really bad. And every single villager that he loses now really hurts him way more than the losses for TaToH earlier. And yeah, still like producing out of all the barracks, right? Oh, big shots.
Neely knack hype. The top 10 players are looking crazy even at the moment.
GG, well played. Those bombard cannons adding in quite some kills as well. Also a bit of friendly fire. And we are going into an even set for game 5. 2.5 hours of battle already. And those two players are far from done yet. Whew. You think Revolution wasn't good? I don't think this would be... Like, it could end the game. But how expensive is it? Like 125 villagers. Let's do the math. I don't think you can really afford it, right? Burgundians. Damage Revolution. 200 plus 125. 1450 food. Oh, he could afford it, actually, if he balanced the resource a bit. Yeah. Flamish could have finished the game as well. Actually, not bad. Yeah. Flamish could have been a reasonable option. I believe so. Yeah. Sito was in such a good spot before the switch to Paladins. I also felt that the Paladins didn't really pay off, right? Especially the first group there. Lost them to Halberdiers instantly. Nice awareness by TaToH to switch in time there. That was a must-win for TaToH, I believe. Tough one to lose. Yeah, Sito was in a good spot. Oh, that's one of my favorite tracks of that playlist. At Grooves. TaToH sold 500 wood for 85 gold. Sito sold 300 for 75. That seems like an upgrade difference. Yeah. Sito sold 300 for 75? No. You can't get 25. Maybe bought 300 for 75 gold. That's more likely. Yeah. Intense. And there. Did Viper the less already start? No, right? Are they just randomly playing a ladder game against each other? Isn't close in the ladder pool right now? Oh yeah. Viper, Willisse just found each other on the ladder, I believe. Or are they playing recorded games? No. I'm really confused. 1 minute to go. Practicing against each other?
Give me your extra resources.
What is your favorite AoE2 expansion? I would assume AOC. Felt so fresh and so, relatively speaking, massive changing. And then Rise of Rajas. So we had Burgundians winning, Cumans taking the L. Up next will be Four Lakes. And we had a $100 donation. Lefer Serrano, thank you for the $100. I would assume that is for NAC support, so I will add you there, my friend. What's the best change that came with Age of Conquerors, in your opinion? Villagers after building a lumber camp working on wood. I think so, right? In the past, in AOK, if you build a lumber camp next to wood, the villagers were just standing next to it. And yeah, I think that was a big thing. Do you have the itch to play more AoE4 after trying again at the Bonjour? No, not really, not really. I'm full AoE2. I might give AoE4 some love in February, March. But right now, my brain is fully AoE2. Okay, TaToH is trying Georgians. Let's quickly remind ourselves what Georgians can do and why they might have been picked here. Start with Mule Card. Okay, units can receive less damage if you have ill. Scout bonus. I don't think that's too important. Fewer resources repair. I'm a bit confused. Why are we picking Georgians here? Is it for Monaspa? Will you try Stormgate? I don't think so. Like, I'm in the alpha. I took a good look at it, and I think it's a great game. But I think it won't be a great game for me. Yeah. Just the start is so good, similar to old Lithuanians? Okay. It's weird that Armenians and Georgians have mules, but historically nomad civs like Mongols don't. Well, happens. Can we use the hippo points for some bets, please? Maybe a mod can still squeeze it in. Looking at you, Paradox. Color switch, please. Color switch flying in. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. Has to be a short one, though, because we're obviously relatively deep into the game already. The best change of the Conqueror's expansion was farm reseeding. Yeah, also. Yeah, that's really massive as well. Yeah, agreed. Simply, like, there was no auto farm reseed, but you could queue extra farms in the mill, basically. It was dead 60 wood, but still, it felt like such a great thing. Pick the medic go to work function when placing a resource camp. Yeah, that's what I just said. Can still queue farms in the mill today. Yeah, I know, you can. Yeah. But it's barely used. I think there was no reseed in AOK. Yep. Okay, so 4 fishing ships for both players. Do we see any villager movement? I see some blue dots towards the north. Second lumber camp here. What is TaToH up to? Huh. The introduction of queuing farms in mills, you mean, was way more important than auto reseed? Yeah, agreed. Didn't AOC also have higher zoom than AOK? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Best change was when you could queue villagers in the town center. You mean more than one? Yeah, that was AoE 1 expansion. In original Age of Empires, you couldn't queue like 2 units. It always had to be 1, wait for it to finish, and then queue another one. Do you think Celts need a buff? Certainly one of the civilizations that we feel right now could benefit a lot from a buff, yeah. TaToH, does he want to commit? Obviously, a scout will heal up. Could commit in deep, lose some HP, gets away. Nice save by Sito. Obviously, some disruption here. TaToH still not on gold. Will go for some scouts and will be quite annoying here. Scout is walled in. Now it's important to not move the mule cart away. And not only fight with 2 villagers. Needs to micro this one away. It really doesn't want to lose a vill in a 4v1 fight. And he does not. Now the barracks by Sito. And this is something TaToH didn't scout. Win rate after the groups, Persians 82%, Georgians at 45%. And feels likely that TaToH has no idea about the stock. Oh, could see the dock. Maybe it's just... No, it's actually red. Denied him 5 gold. Yeah, true. And kept the villager alive. Would have believed. Well, he denied him 5 gold here, right? Just for military units? Oh yeah, maybe just military units, yeah. Oh wow, 18,000 viewers right now. That's quite promising. Could maybe scratch with the good finals, honestly. Maybe I could scratch 40,000. That's a good one for Friday evening. Is there no reaction on water? It's shocking, right? Then we need to see the archer range. Yeah, we do. Really good considering Viper's not even playing. Yeah. No Hera. Seems like Sito wanted to build the dock here as well. TaToH at the left side. And it will be Scout Archer aggression against the Spearman Skirm defense of Sito, most likely. Let's see what we can find with those two scouts. Obviously, would love to run around a bit more, trade off some HP, and then heal up. That's a good start here for Sito. Also contest this one. Ah, interesting situation. TaToH needs to find damage on land. Likely that he will struggle on water. So archers have to find damage. TaToH already needs to start farming. I think something we won't see from Sito for quite some time. Could just add some more fishing ships here. Even somewhere at the top even. Have you actually seen the new Persian unique tech or the new unique unit in any game this tourney? Yeah. I think the unique unit for sure. Like, it's not the unique unit per se, right? It's just like a bit of a different paladin. But yeah. I think we did. And unique tech. I'm thinking about it. I think I don't even know it. What's the unique tech of Persians now? Where are the archers going? Ooh, scout takes a lot of... Citadel. Cast its fire bullets. Ooh. Ooh. No, I've not seen that one. Oh, and TaToH will lose quite a bit here. Spearman going low HP though. Does he find 2 kills? Looks like both Spearmen died. That's not too bad for TaToH. Sito with a weird gate. Takes the engagement here. And will he lose a villager? Loses 1. And pushed away from berries. Water. No idea what happened here with those. What is this? What? How did we get into this scenario that we have a gate here? Is he trying to save those 2 villagers from the archers and scouts? Looks a bit like it. Wow, what an interesting thing here. Goes for the gate now, but actually attacks the palisade, right? What is he attacking? Yeah, wants to attack the gate, but attacks the palisade. Archers can be around. And interesting that TaToH decides to kill those 2 villagers is the most important thing for him. While pressuring Sito at home could have been an option as well. Wood was open, this area is open as well. But obviously this is quite some guaranteed damage, so won't mind it too much. I think just leaving 1 archer there might be the better choice than continuing with the full aggression. I'm surprised that he doesn't just leave 1 archer, my friend. Ay, ay, ay. Sito now with the counterattack. TaToH sees it, sends a skirm in, but lots of HP lost already. Early on, 2nd archer joining the party. And now the aggression at the front again. Scouts close to being fully healed up. Oh, loses them. Oh, TaToH. Oh, horrible for TaToH. Lost all his scouts. Lost all his army. Here's microing over here. TaToH just clicked up to cast edge and lost everything. Every single scout dead. The archer's dead. Absolute disaster for him. Oh, that's expensive. Oh, that's expensive. And now Fire Galley not helping out here. This looks so good for Sito all of a sudden. This is won by Sito. Sito has control over all the 4 pawns right now. TaToH has 1 single knight all-in attack in him. And he has only a 30-second window. The moment Sito gets to camels, I think the game is over. This is looking so incredibly good for Sito here. Like, resource collected will be so much better for him. And yeah, stables being dropped. Ooh, lakes? Yeah, lakes might be better than pawns. This is problematic for TaToH. Time to YOLO on Monaspa. Not a single villager on stone. Might have been the option, but TaToH isn't going for it. Bloodlines. Oof. Does TaToH make mass archers to predict the camel switch? Crazy numbers are not there. Now canceled an archer as well. Tries to move out. Where is skirmisher? Still camping at home. Archers could be harassing a bit here. Interesting mining camp by Sito. Double knights. They need to find so much. 5 archers enough to two-shot a villager with fletching here, I believe. Oh no. Missing lots of shots. This is open, I thought. Apparently not. Sito goes back. TaToH needs to find damage. One of the most painful hybrid map performances I've seen from TaToH. Kind of crazy, right? Oh, that's really exposed army though by Sito. Might find every single archer though. And now it's full knights. It should be full camels now for Sito. And a monastery. Monastery out, double stable, full camel production. Sito's doing all the right steps. And TaToH actually booms. 17 fishing ships for the Persian player. Control of 4 pawns. Wow, Sito. I actually wanted to trade off against the monk there. It's the conversion. Half camel, half knights. I think there was only the initial knights and now it should be full camels. I think. Extra town center by Sito. Ooh, this is a close set. Especially if you're a TaToH fan. You have to hope heavily for potentially the game 6 and 7 here. Conversion actually finished. Gets another camel. And those monks really paying off. Was about time to see Sito win. Certainly one of the crazy improved players over the last 2-3 years. Although, wasn't he... Nah. He wasn't rank 1 on Rubli, right? That was Belissa. Yeah. What are the next steps for TaToH here? Resource difference is obviously increasing and increasing. Right now, Sito, it's roughly 45% more resources every minute. TaToH needs a quick wall here. That's actually with a hole. Okay, fixes it. And this one seems to be walled right now. Lots of houses. Not much else happening. Lightcap now moving in. Monks, can they be protected? I would be surprised if we don't see both of them die without any conversions. 1 kill against the Lightcap, but that's kind of it. And that one, can it be saved, the monk? Seems like yes, at least that is happening. Now another monk. Not really saving itself, and there will be one dead monk. One monk actually gets conversion. The camel's bugged out quite a bit. Conversion count actually really solid for TaToH here. Can't complain about that. Got 3 conversions already. But also lost like 4 monks, 5 monks, I believe. TaToH for now only 1 single relic still. Really wants to get that one. 30 worker lead here. Still 17 fishing ships. Very happy to continue collecting food. Oh, now the gates tries to force this army into the monk. And look at that. Full focus on the light calf. Oh, healed some villagers. Light calf dies. Is this one? how to get the monk. Not sure about it. Both players with 1 relic. Like that, TaToH will get this one. Does he know about the one at the top? Yes, he does. So likely 3 relics. And expecting Sito to get 2 relics, right? Yeah, has 2. So that will be the split. TaToH gets to 3 TCs. Does Cav convert it heal? I would assume so. Oh, this is ugly for TaToH. We'll build the town center and we'll lose it pretty soon. This is a nice area for Sito to push. Mangonel obviously completely destroys fortified churches as well. TaToH plays this one really open. And now has to run and go for this stone at the side. So this one TC will be for basically 3-4 villager production. Well, maybe a bit more. But Sito now on the way to the Imperial Age. And looking damn hot. 25 worker lead still now collected a solid 5,000 extra resources. And TaToH has no options. Just having the 4 against 0 lakes is something that completely shocks me. Best game to rewatch? I personally think it should be the Hideout game. That was nice. Furiat, I know that you want to say slow imp, but you're actually using a word that is banned on Twitch. So be careful. Yeah, I know that you had no bad intentions. I was talking about Sito imping. Yeah, as I said, I know they had no bad intentions. This is looking really tough for TaToH. Oh, this could be denied fortified church here, most likely. And Sito will reach Imperial Age. And TaToH has to try to win the set in game 6 and 7. Calls the GG. Sito with 2 match points and one of the craziest comeback stories that we have seen in a very long time in Age of Empires, if he was actually to make it to the semifinals. Completely back against the wall in the group stage. Down 0-6, not a single map win. I remember, I think Dave and I celebrating the 1-0 against Hart. Like, oh wow, Sito is on the scoreboard. Finally wins a map. And suddenly wins 3 sets in a row. And now in a good spot to take a spot in the semifinals, in the top 4. 4 legs in the books, enclosed and border dispute. The only 2 maps. Persians, 1 for Sito. Georgians, a very early pick for TaToH. Not converting. And it's likely Slavs for enclosed, Malay for border dispute. And I think a losing Civ for enclosed. Right? Franks is bad against Slavs. Goth is bad against Slavs. And Japanese are bad against Slavs. Unless CA? No. Maybe CA is the play for Sito. But I don't think so. No. So TaToH should win enclosed. And then border dispute, the ultimate decider. If we are going in that order. And we are. Enclosed will be game 6. Slavs versus Franks. We have seen it yesterday, I believe. Jordan against Yo. And Franks should not have a chance in this matchup. I think the moment you get to Boyar, you should win this match. It's not even that TaToH plays bad. I think what happened at the left-hand side, that they lost that lake and losing the army, was a clear TaToH mistake. I think this was the worst game from him. I think Migration, he didn't play poorly. Haboob, he didn't play poorly. Hideout, he didn't play poorly. Nomad, he had a worse Sif, I believe. There was some decision making not too great. So I think, like, I've seen TaToH with in better shape. But I'm not sure if I've seen Sitaux in better shape, for example. Like, this is crazy. Especially in the moment where we are considering TaToH maybe breaking back into the top 4, right? Lots of people have seen him as a number 5 in the world for quite some time now. And all of a sudden, he has a shot into the top 4. But being out here would obviously stop that discussion. Have you thought more about decreasing AO2 time in your life? Exclamation, oh no. Yeah, just go to my YouTube and watch my like 4th last video. It's time. We'll have a long answer for that question, really going into detail. The answer is yes. Sito knocked out Leary in KOTD not too long ago? Oh, really? Ah, true. I think round of 16 or something, right? Early round. Yeah. And close. Time for another 2-hour game. I don't think Franks has any chance in a 2-hour game against Slavs. I think this can't go past an hour 15. Charge, thanks for the sub. Lefa Serrano, thanks again for the $100. Any hobbies you would look forward to getting into when you have a moment to breathe away from the game? I don't know what the English word is. I'm considering signing up to be a lay judge. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. I have no idea what that is. Basically, in Germany, if we have someone basically, let's say, stealing, right? Then there's one judge saying, okay, how much did you steal? How much are you earning? Okay, you will have to pay this amount. But if you, for example, murdered someone or, let's say, assaulted someone, then it's a judge and 2 helpers from the public. Because obviously, like, a rule should be made in the name of the people. And I basically want to apply to be one of the 2 people sitting next to the judge and giving my input. In like 98% plus, it's just the judge saying, this is how we typically do it, and the 2 people from the public saying, yeah, I agree. But technically, the 2 people from the public could say, no, this feels wrong, judge. You're not making a judgment call interest of the people. And then I think it will be pushed into either another judge or into a higher form of judge. Yeah. Was the application successful? I didn't even apply yet. But I won't start before like March, right? Yeah. It's not for murder cases. Yeah. I think for murder cases you have I think 3 real judges. Yeah. We in Germany we don't have like this like 12 jury kind of guys. Yeah. Guys, please keep the chat in English. Teaching profession could be an option, yeah, but that was not the question. It was more like for hobbies. Okay, Sito up now. Wow, TaToH still has more HP. That was really well played by him. Yeah, so it's not like I'm obviously not sitting there and discussing a 2-month murder trial, right? So it's not like, yeah, the jury with like 12 people, like in America. How did TaToH survive that? I think he had the earlier Dark Age damage. Yeah, other hobbies I don't really know. Oh, yeah, I know one thing. I have a drone that I want to use a bit more. Especially in the summer. Just go to some deserted places and take some... make some videos. Nothing fancy. Just like a day trip. We have a lot of open fields around where I live. What about your Teutonic Night Mark? What about it? Next application window is a few years away. Really? I thought Hamburg was always searching. Any forests to drone over? Don't think I want to go over forest, but I don't know yet. Yeah. Is it Veda with your drone? I think I did. Yeah. NFC 5 you probably mean, and it's NFC 5 support. Read up on the latest EU drone regulations. Yeah, I know that. I'm not following those. Any place I should visit in Hamburg? Depends on what kind of a person you are, right? I could give you a completely empty generic advice that you could Google as well if I don't know what you enjoy in life. Like, knowing your age would help. Knowing what you like about other cities. Cultural, history, food. Okay. Well, food obviously depends on the budget. You will find a lot of restaurants next to Central Station. Schanze? Yeah, Diego Vega. No, just no. You know it that what you're doing is wrong and you still do it. I know that you only had good intentions, but why? Like, you're intentionally excluding people from understanding what's happening in the chat. I don't like that. Do you use Discord much? Like an hour a day. So yes. KD 1-0, so only the scout so far. He was just copy pasting. Yeah, but still, like, if everyone is just randomly copy pasting in their language, we will never get a proper dialogue. Or, like, it heavily decreases the chances. TaToH still not on gold here. Kind of interesting. He also never went for the berries, I just realized. What's your favorite topic to talk about over a beer? I like poker stories, by the way. Is someone dropping here? Something is happening. Speed fell off? Yeah. Something is happening here. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. I don't think it's on my end. Other casters have the same issue? Okay. Thanks for the feedback. Thanks for the message. Okay, game feels like it's stabilizing a bit. And now it feels like it's speeding up a bit. Okay, so maybe the server issues a bit. So we're all good. Oh, 2 archers could pay off quite well here. This is looking good for Sito, I believe. Tower finishes up in time, though. Should focus down the archers, I believe. Most of the scouts are going down. And TaToH is surviving. 12 villagers on Woodster. I think he needs to squeeze out a market here pretty soon. Ooh, TaToH Dash? I don't think so. I think he's holding. He has the tower up as well. Okay, you're a bit older than me. Okay, then... Obviously, like, the most beautiful area that most people enjoy are basically in the center. There's a very big river where you can go on boat tours. That is very enjoyable, called Ulster. And then the harbor is something like most tourists really enjoy. Yeah. So KD 4-3, tower still up, and both going up to Castle Age with at the same time from what it looks like, yeah, and they are pausing. I actually visit Hamburg with friends in the end of January, and we have an history PhD with us, so the part is probably covered. Okay, that's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, heavy lags for them as well. And I think they even double paused this, yeah. Yeah, if you're into classical music, obviously there's a very famous opera house and people really enjoy it. It's like architectural wise, let's say special. Second stable from TaToH. He will try to find some damage. Can he find any though? With 3 spearmen, 2 archers at home, I don't think that should be an option. But villagers right now are relatively spread, so if TaToH is looping around somehow, maybe he can get 1 or 2 pickoffs here.
Yes.
Ay. Okay, villager survives. 1 scout dies. Sito thinking he can dive here? I don't think he can. Oh, this feels wrong. This feels wrong. And we see it wrong in slow motion. This one, though, TaToH with quite some hits against him. Those were like 5 hits that he ate. Looks like it. And that's all walled off quite nicely as well. Sito is playing strong. Not much else to say. University of Hamburg is hosting a funny presentation contest where 1,000 students watch people doing presentations, and whoever is voted the funniest gets exactly the amount of money you need for your dream NSC. And a 2-person trip to Barcelona in February. What would be the topic of your presentation? Funny presentation, like, so the goal is just like, what's your topic if you want to do a most funny presentation? That's a good question. I probably wouldn't win it. Probably stories from me being a teacher and yeah, like funny stories from children. I think that's the best I could do. And obviously I would make shit up to win. Yeah. Still no light cap upgrade. Open 2 knights first. And now queued the light cap upgrade behind. Nearly, how many capital cities in Germany did you visit yet? Capital cities in Germany? What? What are capital cities? Like of the states? Maybe like 7 or something? And I'm not that interested in it. Yeah. Not looking forward to visit another one. I will, but yeah. Are villagers on farms also collecting food while walking on the farms? No. They're basically, you can see, right? Collecting 2, 3, now nothing. Now sitting down, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, move again. And that's why Wheelbarrow is so good because they get to the next spot quicker. And faster moving villagers as well for Berbers. Like they get back to like the next time they can collect food again. That's a lot of cavalry. 13 pikemen here for Sitaux. TaToH still only 1 TC. Sitaux is searching for some threat, for some army. But it's not really happening. Funny how TaToH keeps some army at home. Now tries to collect some more stone after buying 100 for himself. Probably wants to build a TC next to this one after it. 2 knights. That's an interesting army. Nightcap around. Monk can start the conversion. Yeah, Sito shouldn't find anything. Meanwhile, this one shouldn't really find anything either. And TaToH runs into it again. No, gets away. Nice move. Maybe trade off a bit against the knights. Sito housed right now. Solid population lead for him. Only now the monastery. I honestly don't think collecting relics is relevant if you are Franks here. Because if the game goes late, where relics matter, you already lost. So I like that Sito delayed the monastery till he's actually using it for monk defense. What is the thing that makes Slavs good on this map? The distance. It is open, so cavalry is important, which Slavs is good at. And you can't get rushed super early before your farms are paying off. Right? Slavs don't have a bonus before you actually get into mass farming. Compared to, let's say, Lithuanians, Malay, Mongols, all the civilizations that have the early bonuses. And Slavs, as you saw, right? The first archer arrived when TaToH actually was able to already get a tower. Another quick conversion for TaToH. Can't be too unhappy with that. And that's what makes Slavs so crazy here. It's like the distance between TCs is short, but the rush distance from this archer range till this gold simply is long. And what makes Franks good? Nothing. Franks is the throwaway pick here. It is not a top 5 civ on this map. What makes them good is that they also have good cavalry, but that's kind of it. Isn't the distance the same, for example, like in Arabia? I don't think so. Like this? To this archer range? Well, maybe. Yeah, free farm upgrades, obviously, like Franks, are as good here as on Arabia, I would think. But since the game is more often going to Imperial Age, where Franks struggle, that's the big problem. I personally would play Franks, as I said yesterday, with a 3 TC forward castle and try to deny the Slav player from getting to mass castles and boyars. Oh, pikes are actually running. I thought they could take an engagement. Maybe Sito felt he would always get out micros. Is there a best deathmatch civ? Certainly. Obviously depends on the map though. Well. TC4 for TaToH. Now add some barracks, so doesn't want to get pike rushed. Isn't DM always mirror? No. We're actually drafting in deathmatch tournaments for the last 2 years, I would think. Really sounds so British right now. Yeah, my monocle even fell into my T. Most British thing I could think of. Okay, let's kill that farm. Has lots of food on it, so great choice. And Monk, yeah, won't do anything. Nightcap will find the kill. Nice move here. And TaToH still active. And now we will see how TaToH is 1700 resources ahead, although both have the same amount of villagers. TaToH 5 eco upgrades against 5 on the other side as well. So Sito missing the second wood upgrade. Would love to see that. That's basically the only thing that we can fault him for right now. Now the 4th CC for him as well. TaToH with the stone upgrade. I like that TaToH actually added barracks and goes for some pikemen here. That denies Sito getting map control. And Sito never wants to go into anything that counters pikes, right? He doesn't want to go for crossbows, scorpions, CA with Franks. This feels very unnatural. And that's why pike is a great addition for the Slav player. That's an interesting knight raid. After the set, by the way, we will have the Viper against Villiser. And we're casting that one together with T90. Another banger, hopefully. Like the spot that TaToH put himself into. Scorpion now. Now taking the fight, and that's a lot of cavalry against pikemen. That should be cost efficient here for TaToH. Maybe sending in a knight against the monk. TaToH even tried to debate quite a bit here. Send a knight towards the monk, hope for the switch, then delete it, but didn't really matter. Now the forward caster will block off some farms, will kill a lot of those houses potentially as well. The TaToH thing would be to take arson now, but I actually think just let the siege do the job here and continue pushing in with your pikemen would be an option. But Sito realizes this is not my game to take, and we are going to border dispute with an even score. After now 3.5 hours of battling, those two players still can't decide on who is better today, but we will find a winner. Obviously this one felt like TaToH should have a strong civ advantage, and looking at the draft priority as well, Slavs in the first row, Franks actually reasonably close behind it, but I think can't really compete on enclosed, and it will be border dispute for Sito. Lowest priority pick there overall, so makes a lot of sense that that one could be fair. And then the big question, most likely Malay against either Goth or Japanese. We will find out in 2.5 minutes. Get hyped.
Zonke. Zonke.
Nice. Are we done already? Okay, now this is your responsibility to send the energy to the player that you want to see advance. Is it TaToH that you want to see in the semifinals, or is it Sito that you want to see go through? Send your energy, all the pressure is on, and it will be all decided here on Border Dispute, deciding game 7. Sito, Japanese in the blue trunks, and TaToH with melee in the red trunks. Early pick for TaToH here with melee. Not the greatest shortfish spawn for him if he wanted to go for... If you wanted to go for the dock. Way better here for Sito. Opens barracks. So this will be a drush on this map. Deer could be pushed by Sito. Gold reasonably close. And TaToH goes for the far away wood. Needs to get a loom here. Otherwise it could be disastrous. Poof. Also remember, the winner of this one will play against the winner of Willis the Viper. The set that is happening after this. Really late start for the two players. And yoinky yoink. Already 6 villagers on wood here. What is TaToH up to? What is this build order? 7 on wood? This has to be a dock. Actually opens for the mining camp now. I'm really confused. Like 6 on wood. TaToH rush, a bit late. And yeah, this won't be a drush, it will be a frush. Makes lots of sense for the French player. Adding 2 militia, and the scout will arrive feudal age and will have quite a strong army to harass here. TaToH, will he get enough food to drop off? Oh, yeah, he will. So nice, smooth build order. Pop 19 with melee. Yo, that's going to be a fast uptime. And it's going to build an archer range at home, most likely. And does he see the militia? Instantly. Sees it. That's so good for TaToH. That's massive for TaToH. Only 1 villager on gold. TaToH doesn't even wall this one in. Feudal age will be quite quick. But look at that. Basically, not a lot of resources want to reach feudal age that quickly. But now 2 extra villagers. Archer range is coming up. And TaToH, I don't even think he is building too much. Tendo, if you could do us a favor and take care of the bets, would be nice. Maybe squeeze in a 1-minute prediction for this one as well. For everyone who wants to sweat a bit more. Or maybe you can't because you were betting yourself? Is that a thing? Archer range. Would ideally build it a bit further forward so you protect your berries a bit more. Neither player could really take control of the shorefish. 2 militia. What can they find? Not too much. Scout just runs through as well. Oh man, oh man, oh man. And TaToH even goes for a tower. 1 villager, slow build. No, TaToH is your teammate, but you're also cheering a bit for the underdog. Wow, I forgot that TaToH was my teammate. Oh yeah, okay. Now I realize. Skyline, thank you. I'm just trying to give you an idea of how big the set is for both players. Like, getting into semifinals in this one would be probably the biggest achievement for Sito ever. Yeah, maybe comparable to him qualifying for Red Bull Legacy. Financially, that's kind of the same. But semi-final in an S-tier tournament that is taken very seriously and has a super stacked lineup, like everyone is playing it. That is a sick performance. And, well, TaToH, he obviously trained hard for this one. Really wants to go through in this. 2 on gold. Villagers can be pulled away. Now we mainly go for skirmishes here for quite some time anyways. TaToH still 2 villager lead. Will stay like that for quite some time. 3 archers are trying to move around and try to arrest. We will have an overchop. We will have those villagers exposed. And it will be skirmishes, which now TaToH actually stays on gold here. I'm a bit surprised by that choice. Still woodline relatively safe. And TaToH, oh, that's an interesting counter-attack choice by him. Opens this area up, sends 3 extra villagers towards the woodline. Fletching already for Sito. 2 skirmishes being sent in. Maybe taking some HP away from the scout first might be an option. Will TaToH overchop with the will behind the house? Yes, he will, but he has the tower, so it's not a big thing. And TaToH sees this woodline, maybe? Think now he will. This should be 1 dead will, maybe even 2. Let's see how quickly Sito can react. Obviously, the scout helping out quite a bit. That's at least 1 dead will. Has to be 2 now. Scout is around. Is TaToH maybe even thinking about getting a 3rd one? Not the perfect micro there. Blocks this one off. Guaranteed to be 2. Can't complain about it. And gets out of there without any losses. Now a 4 villager lead. TaToH. He is playing well under all this pressure. Now getting fletching himself. Farms important to be built. Actually, 1 sniped. Minus 60 wood here for TaToH. Fletching 10 seconds away, and then the skirms can do a good job of defending this one. Interesting that Sito actually reinforced this area. Doritos are being spammed. 3 archers can maybe loop around and find something more. Would be interesting. Hamiya trying to chase this one. 3 archers. Oh, this is so unfortunate for Sito. How he's missing everything. Needs to be put over here. That could be another dead villager if TaToH wanted to commit. Moves in with the scout. Archers around as well. Villager luckily being moved into the different direction. And 3 archers have to run. I'm a fan of TaToH and GL, but I would love to see Sito in the finals, to be honest. Oh, finals! That's a big word. Let's take semi-finals first, my friend. The first step. And 1 big game away from it. IDTC now a bit higher for TaToH. What is the most underrated vegetable? I would say MBL. 3 skirmishers chasing this one. Spear around just to maybe get some units in front. And yeah, skirm here, but with the hill, I think this should be fine. Yeah, he should get away. And those militia are now dying as well. Now the market. We already have seen the market used for Sito. Could this be a switch into stable? Knights don't feel too wrong here. Oh, that's a big army though. TaToH, is he seeing it? Is he missing it? Oh, okay. The patrol of Sito is helping out a bit. And yeah, he has to move away. And I don't think it will be the stable. Range unit's just too important here. TaToH will need to sell some wood. Sees the bad news. Okay, stone price already at the bottom. Or not at the bottom, but he sees that 200 stone have been sold. And therefore knows that Sito is up. Food has been bought as well. TaToH moves over to this stone instead of the way closer one. He has to see it. Kind of interesting that he didn't realize in that moment. Will be like 30 seconds faster castle timing for TaToH if he for Sito if TaToH clicks up any second. Tried to drop off food, but it wasn't enough. Needs to redrop here, I believe. It's not pretty, and difference is 45 seconds. But again, some harassment. Reminds me a bit of Haboob. Ooh. Around 20k people watching. Hashtag viewers, and you will get the exact number. Should be 20k. Should be more than 20k. Skirm's chasing this away. 20,800 already. On a Friday, the first set of the day. Isn't that beautiful? Ooh, and Sito finds some kills here. Sito, though, 8 villagers behind. But not anymore. Now 7 villagers behind. No wheelbarrow. Skirm's defending this one quite nicely for TaToH. Still no botkin, still no elite Skirm. And again, Sito missing this army. Tries to patrol around. TaToH chases the siege workshop here at the side. Do you want to go siege or the mangonel fight against TaToH? I wouldn't. But I don't have the micro of a Sito. And obviously a nice push here, right? You have somewhat of a hill. You can pressure the farms, pressure the market as well. But this could be really ugly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the Skirms. They're missing. They're missing the army. And TaToH, once he has botkin, this army is crazy. 3 archers with botkin, 8 elite skirmishers. That's going to be 2-3 dead villagers at least. At absolute least. How quickly can Sito react? And that elite skirmisher army is just too far out of position. 1 dead, 2 dead, and that has to be heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking for all the Sito fans. He had the army to defend this, but was simply out of position. 3 down, pushed away from the gold as well, and TaToH is pushing in. Can he make the semifinals happen? He is moving around like a young god. Pushed through the center, also stopped. But we see Shawfish taken by Sito. Nice move here. Skirmishers are pushing this one away. I believe that TaToH needs to go onto his own mangonel now ASAP to defend the mangonel push. He is 9 villages ahead. Skirmisher micro with the hill could be better for TaToH. Second armor upgrade I don't think makes a lot of difference there. Skirm v Skirm. Tower the middle, TaToH? I think now it's completely unnecessary, right? Shawfish, 700 of 800 gone already. And TC is up here. Mangonel could maybe be around this area, but once TaToH snipes the ranged units, the Mangonel would be pretty much on its own. Malay Elephant. Do we have a stable? I don't see it. But yeah, a single elephant would obviously clear this one up quite easily. Skirm Dance. Should be better for Sito, better numbers, but still the hill for TaToH. Can't complain about this, but missing lots of shots. Where's the micro now? Feels like Sito is very active. Skirm's trying to defend this. TaToH just runs with the last archer and Skirm. Siege workshop here at the hill. 10 villager lead for the Spaniard. Gets town watch. Lovely upgrade. Needs to see what this is. And crazy, he didn't see the army and still moved his villagers away. That is sick. That is just so sick. The awareness. Like, seeing the mangonel earlier and not seeing it for 30 seconds. And then you ask yourself, okay, where is the next best spot where the mangonels could do the most damage? And then you either defend or you move your army away or your villagers away. Skirmishers, 5 elite skirms, can find 1-2 more villages here potentially. Hill advantage for neither player. TaToH moves to the right most likely. Ground attack would have been clever here because you kind of know that TaToH wants to take the hill advantage. Doesn't even matter. TaToH takes the full shot here, deals with those skirmishers, and that mangonel just popped and already paid off so massively while he's still harassing with those skirmishers. And that's what I said. Do you want to go into the mangonel fight against TaToH? It feels like he might be the second best mangonel fighter in the world. Just trades off 1 for 1. That's totally fine for him and does some damage to this mangonel. Those 5 skirmishers still trying to find some damage but can't really do it. GG, well played. Good luck. Next, TaToH, your player in the semifinals. And it honestly feels a bit heartbreaking for Sito. What a crazy showing. 3-2 ahead. It would have been such a crazy underdog story. let's quickly remind ourselves what Sito had to go through in this tournament. We had a 5-round group stage. You need 3 wins to go through, 3 losses, and you're out. And Sito started his run with 2 losses, 0-3-0-3, and then 3 crazy sets, 1 in a row to put himself into the spot, and then 3-2 ahead against TaToH. But it was not enough. TaToH in the semifinals and will now very relieved, be very relieved and watch the second quarterfinal of the day to find out his opponent. Whew. Whew, whew, whew. That was intense. Those archers just running around. Maybe it was the nerf of Sito. I think the play might have been outpost here, outpost there. Tower here could have been an option. He just was too greedy chasing those army around, right? He needed to control a bit closer. But so much easier said than done. I think the early aggression was quite nice. But then reinforced his army instead of making sure that he was safe at home. He sold all his stone for car stage timing? Yeah, so maybe collecting 10 stone here might have been an option. It's long distance, right? Allows you to go for 2 outposts. GG. Crazy set. Crazy set. And let's sneak in a bit on Mem's interview with TaToH and hear what he has to say.
And it's hard to play against it if you don't have the map control, and he does that really well, and it's really hard to play against him, I would say.
How important you think has been the civilizations in the whole draft, in the whole series?
I don't think there has been like too many seed disadvantage in my opinion. But probably more like strategy mistakes than anything.
Are you happy with your performance today, or you think that you should improve for a potential matchup tomorrow?
I'm happy how I played today. I think Sito played really solid as well. So it was a tough series. I still as I said, like there are still some mistakes that I need to fix. Not probably on the like more strategy wise. That's why my draft is looking like it looks. Right. So yeah, I'm happy. I know some stuff that I have done wrong in the games, and Sito has punished me for that. So I will try to not make the same mistake tomorrow.
TaToH top 4 again in a S-tier tournament. We want to see you smiling a little bit more, man. Relax. You won already.
I know, but I'm exhausted actually. Like I have a bit headache, so
yeah,
it's hard. I'm super happy, even if I don't look like one. I'm happy. So
you will be more happy when you in 30 minutes when you relax, right, and you are thinking about the series and that tomorrow is the semifinal. I think the Hideout map, the Hideout game could be the series there, because you were in a very tricky position at some point with the 3 castles forward and commands. How is the process there? Were you feeling nervous, like, oh my God, because that game was insane, and probably you are exhausted because of that game also.
Yeah, the game was really hard. To be fair, like it's hard to know the timings on Warlords for equipments because we are not used to play this with 9 villagers and such. So let's say you play standard, you know that by minute 19, 20 they will start attacking you, so you can prepare a little bit, or they will reach castles rather. So you can play around that, but on this time you don't have that feeling of the time because everything is faster. So it's a bit trickier to know the timings with humans. And honestly, I thought for some reason, like every time I pick Hideout, my enemy bans humans, and I didn't even look at his bans. I thought humans was banned, and I didn't pick it. So
okay,
I was like, oh shit. When I draft, I was like, oh shit, I don't like that he has humans now. Okay. And I knew it was going to be hard, but I need to look at probably at the game to see how the resources were looking.
Yeah, well, anyway, we're going to keep going. I'm not going to go in all the games, these 7 games. I really want to tell you that in the first game, the only one we were impressed because winning the Mayans that way in a map like this, that was an insane performance with the Korean.
It was a really tricky one. I didn't expect him to
Yeah.
play Mayans on that map, and like I was fine against any of the cities than Mayans, and he picked Mayan, and I was like, oh no. But I knew that the wagons, like if he was Actes, I would have struggled a bit more. I would say against Mayans with wagons, I think you can punish him a lot. So
Okay.
just need to be safe on castles and get to wagons and not fall behind too much in economy.
TaToH, hopefully this makes you happy. Over 20,000 viewers across all the channels, a lot more than 20K. You know,
Not bad.
not bad. People hype with the series. But tomorrow, you want to face who? Nobody listen now. Do you want the Viper tomorrow? I have any see if a teammate, or
mean,
you want Vilese? Tatito, nobody listen.
For my chances, I would say that I prefer Viles because Viper knows. I mean, I will struggle most against Viper, and he also knows. We have been practicing together, so. But for the show, probably Viper makes more hype. So I want Viper. I need to beat him as well. It will be like if I beat Viper and I win the tournament, then it feels better.
Feels better, right?
Sure.
It's like a bigger challenge there, right? It's going
Yes,
to be
yes.
insane in a best of 7.
Yeah.
Tatito, anything you want to say to many viewers that are watching and want to support you tomorrow? Tell in the language you prefer. I will translate if you want, so no problem.
No, it's fine. I will do it in English. Thank you so much, everyone, for supporting. It has been a rough series for sure. People, I think, underestimate how strong Sito is, and they were expecting me to beat like 4-0, 4-1, 4-2. But I knew that it wasn't going to be easy, and Sito delivered as always. So congrats to him as well, because I think he has done an insane performance on this tournament. And I will trying to do my best tomorrow, and let's see if I can get to the finals.
The level is insane, Mr. Tatito. Congratulations, and tomorrow
Thank you
more,
so much, man.
and probably better. Take care, man. Bye-bye.
You too. Enjoy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
MembTV, obviously the interviewer and host of the tournament. Give him some love. Stop by at his channel if you enjoy the tournament, how it's being run.